Hello and welcome everybody. How the hell are you all going? I hope it is very, very well on this magnificent Bathurst week. I'm excited, been watching the racing all day and absolutely loving it. Formula One's been on, no spoilers, haven't watched it yet, so that'd be totally great. Now being joined not just in the chat, but in fact in the very same room as myself, we have Willie. How are you, mate?
Good, good.
Now the reason why Willie has joined for this, in the room that is because obviously this is a team race. Now if you have no idea what's going on, you've just accidentally stumbled into this stream. What the Bathurst 250 is, it's the first ever team race that I've attempted to run, and possibly the first team race I've ever heard of being run in Gran Turismo. So there you go, it might be something of a first. Oh, into the wall, big dog. No good.
Got a bit slippery.
Yeah. Yeah, so essentially what it is, it's a team race, which means that obviously there's two of us doing it. Now for everybody else, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can just team up and do your thing. But for Willie and I, because I have to stream, I need to have, obviously you guys need to be able to watch the whole thing. It wouldn't be a very interesting team race if I streamed the first or the second part of the race, and then I just sort of told you that Willie was racing in the rest of it. So he's come over. He's good enough to come over to my house and do his part of the team race here. So that's cool. That's cool. Welcome to everybody in the chat, by the way. Willie is in the house. Who's in the chat? Who else is in the house? Zversky. You were super early on your comment. Did see that? Appreciate that, big fella. Dr. Rob, welcome to you. Nick as well. Nick Magic. It's been a little while, mate. I hope you're going very, very well. Stania, welcome back as always. Happy Bathurst weekend, absolutely. The Sliders. Squidly. Yep, got it. Hi everyone, good luck. Keen for this, so am I. Hopefully this goes well. Piosco, Zonda is coming to GTS. Welcome, Piosco. A big welcome to you. Oh, you've gone pink now too. Nice. Which means you've rolled over, so thank you. Appreciate your ongoing support there. I did say that Zonda is coming to GTS, but we'll probably just get a road car straight off the bat, so not that exciting, I guess. Mojo, welcome. Eric as well. What else we got here? We got Brownie. This is going to be good. I hope so, Brownie. Stupid Lupin. I do have a house guest. Yeah, I am. I'm currently sitting in my house playing with my Willie. Yeah, to quote the famous Mrs. Roscoe, "Hi Willie." and Alex as well. Legacy Adam, got the whole team here. It's great to have you all along. Appreciate you stopping by. This is definitely going to be an experiment. Hopefully it goes flawlessly first time. But if you've ever seen my channel before, or have ever played Gran Turismo before, you'll know that most likely that won't happen. But we're going to give it a red hot crack. Now, just complete, just getting it out there early on. I've changed the microphone setting a bit so that Willie and I can both talk at the microphone. Hopefully you can pick us both up. I'm talking to the side of the microphone and I have turned that on now. So if you guys can't hear us very well or it's too loud, then let me know. The only thing is you're probably going to get the old clickery-doos going on over there for the paddle shift, because that's on the other side of the microphone, which I can't block off. So you're going to get a live gear shift simulator as well. Reverend Maddie, hello there. Welcome, stranger. It is fantastic to have you here. The mic sounds like you're in the Crapper arcade, so it is quite echoey. I was concerned that was going to be the case. Let me just fiddle with the gain a bit. It's always difficult. There's two people, we have to share the one microphone, so I've turned the gain up slightly. I don't know if that's going to help. Down a bit. Yeah, but apologies for the echoey sound. It's just something we're going to have to deal with. Again, this is an experimental stream.
It is.
This is an experimental race.
Yep.
Trying to have a team race in unreliable Gran Turismo servers and sharing microphones, everything. It's intense. It's difficult. Team race, so we'll all play with Willies during the pit stop. Exactly right, you can do that. Dr. Rob, well and truly going for Brownie and Wiz. Watching on your phone, it's on 2%. Listen to the last well.
No.
Speaking of which, I just saw a few sneaky little little pauses in the stream. Oh no, apparently I haven't dropped any frames and I'm sending out good feed, so there you go. It says 0% frames dropped. I just thought I saw a couple of little skips. Maybe it's... I need to turn the quality of that down. How are you, Speedy Chicken? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Sound is good. Excellent, Nick. As long as you can hear us okay over the cars, that's the main thing. I know it's going to be a bit echoey and it will sound a little bit like we're talking to you from the shitter, but here we are. Looks like we've got a few people in. Now, I'm going to go through shortly and check off the list. So I will ask if you are not in... if you're not part of, if you don't have a team member and you're not sort of pre-signed up and everything like that, at this stage, I'll ask you to jump out of the server. But of course, if you're in, then that's great. You get the benefit of a little bit of practice, much like Willie's doing now. He will also be doing qualifying. And then I will take over for part 2 of the race after the mandatory driver swap. And you might also notice that Ryan is in the server. So he's Lethal 36 for those of you who don't know. He's got a similar deal going on. He actually has a friend over at his house. And they haven't done much or / any preparation. So he may not really be featuring too highly up. But the point is he's there. And you never know what could happen in the great race. But yeah, he's doing the hot seat swap as well. So what you will notice is that myself, DRX913, and Lethal as well will be in both races, the username, but there are different people with their bums in the seat. Man, the Bathurst race for Aussie block was awesome. Just rewatched it. For Aussie block. Alright. Cool. I don't watch the block, but I guess if you're having a good time. Old Man Staniel, that's the team. It is an endurance race, so perhaps we are in the shitter. You never know. It's an endurance race. We came prepared. We've spent all day plumbing in a second toilet into my bathroom, and we can both race from our own individual toilets. We're just going to slide the rig across, and got the projector up on the shower screen.
Yep, no toilet breaks.
TV. No toilet breaks. We can just do it. So if you hear some weird ploppy noises, it's nothing. GT Sport Regional Final, yeah, that's probably on live now, is it? So that's a thing. That's cool. That's unlikely to affect my viewership. But look, I just want to have a good race. That's what this is about. So that's what I'm going to be doing. What do we got? Yeah, we'll roll to quali sort of in the next 10 to 15 minutes. There's a couple of things I want to touch on before we do that, one of which is how it's going to work in terms of, obviously we all know there's no point in going on too much about it. Unfortunately, the online servers are not great. We get a lot of people getting stuck on the line and stuck in auto drive, because of course the second part of the race will be a rolling start, as if to be continuing, perhaps behind a safety car, for example. You're all lined up, it all groups back up. Think about Bathurst 2014 when they had to red flag the race due to the surface coming apart. They restarted and the rolling start, I'm pretty sure, off the top of my head, really. So let's pretend it's Bathurst 2014, probably one of the greatest Bathurst races there has ever been anyway. We are in the Mercedes AMG with a fantastically sensual livery made up, of course, by Ryan, as you would expect. Some pretty high quality stuff. There is some questionable, what appears to be blood there on the front of the air intake, on the bonnet. Is that an air intake? Is that what that is? It can't be. Oh, it must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon it comes through the grill, out through the bonnet. But
it's a cool looking car, so big shout out to Ryan for dropping that. He's done a particularly good job of it. Surface, more like service coming apart. Yeah, speedy tyres. That's what ours will be. But we're going to pretend it's Bathurst 2014, where the surface came apart, and they had to have an extended red flag period for that, and then the race was restarted. That's what ours is, except we are going to do a driver swap in the middle of it. Oh, just finished. Well, that's perfect timing, Speedy. I'm sure everybody that was watching that, every single one of them is going to jump straight on over to my stream, which is fantastic. I was thinking that 10 minutes ago, but I'll need... Yeah, lap 10 into 27. So, yeah, that's where we're at. If you don't know the rules of the race, I will go over it extremely quickly, and that is, obviously it's a team race. Person number 1, in my instance, is Willie. He will be doing qualifying, and then he will be doing the first stint of the race, which is a 13-lap stint, by which point we have our mandatory driver swap. Now, of course, unfortunately, you can't driver swap in Gran Turismo, so I'm literally going to be closing the server, restarting another server. I've already saved the settings, and boot that up. Then the second team member from each team will be able to jump back into the lobby and continue on from there for 27 more laps. It will finish out. We are in GR3 cars, and the tyres are racing mediums. We don't have other compounds available. So, yeah, that's pretty much the long, short and curlies of it. And we're not far away from going race time. Good to see the helicopter pilots are just as crazy in real life as are in GT. How good... I don't know if you watched any of it today, Mojo, but there was a magnificent shot of Shane Van Gisbergen's car, the number 97. I think it was actually driven by Earl Bamber at the time. Coming up and over, it's not actually Skyline at that point, it's down into the S's, and the camera, the helicopter was literally between the bridge and the road with the car coming over the crest. It was a magnificent shot, absolutely loved it. It was a cracker. Hello Simon Miller, how are you? The question here, Simon, is how are you? Like, I'm fine. But I think we're all here to find out how Simon is. Are you, Willie?
Oh, for sure.
How do you think Simon is? Like, let's have a stab.
Oh, sensational.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's yep.
Sensational, Simon.
Are you for $20 sensational? Hey Bethany, how are you? Great of you to stop by. Great of everyone to stop by. I do welcome you. Race or qualifying session's not far away. Probably going to have to get you to roll on into the pits here soon. Will Dog, so we can check who's in the lobby, make sure we've got all the teams. I'm going to bring that up on my little computer here so I can actually check, and I'm just going to put a little marker next to each of the names, go through and do this properly, because I'm going to pretend like I'm professional tonight. If you're new to my stream, then yeah, totally professional in every one of my streams.
Totes.
Yeah, never say anything immature, nothing ever goes wrong, it's perfect. Right, who do we have in? Start reading some names out, will you? And I'll start ticking them off.
Jason's.
Jason's. Where is Jason's? Why can't I see him on my list? There he is. There's one.
There he is there. Lovely.
We'll go just like that, which is an easy indicator.
Yeah.
Right, who's after Jason's?
Then we have Wizard.
Wizard is there. Who's next?
All Alone Tron.
All Alone a Tron.
Yep.
Yep.
Old Man.
Old Man. Old Man Caravan. Where are you? There.
Then Bert.
Bert.
Yep. Lucky Lethal after that.
I have to add him onto the list because he was a last minute call in.
He was.
Which is great of him. Who next?
Tricky Brewer.
He's tricky. Yep.
And then we have Andrew the Jerk.
Andrew the Jerk McGurk. There he is.
Lovely. Revolver.
Revolver up next. There he is. Got him.
Mojo.
So I presume all of you guys are the people starting the race. If you're not, you might want to jump out and swap.
Yep. Squiddy.
Squid-E.
Snappy.
Snappy, yep.
And Sim Driver.
And Sim Driver. Sim Driver's not part of it.
Oh.
He, unless I've missed something, he's not a name I have on the list. So, Sim Driver, if you are in the chat for the stream, speak up now. Say, hi, I'm Sim Driver. I did sign up. Remember that I was this dude and I normally go by that name, or whatever the case may be, because I don't want to have to kick anyone out. AFK while going to go walk the dog. Feel free to kick if I get in the way. So, does that mean you're not starting the race? I guess, because it seems like a bad time to walk the dog. Just a few minutes out from rolling down quali, but you know it's your life. You do what you want,
Unless it's a short walk.
So Jason's has jumped out, has he, or is he back in?
No, he's jumped out.
He's jumped out. So really, it's just SimDriver, who hasn't said anything in the chat yet. Andrew does the second stint. He's with you. He's with you. Okay. Cool. If Hippie doesn't turn up, I'll need those prayers. You will. You're going to have... Are you doing the first stint then? I presume everyone that's in the server is doing the first stint. We know that SimDriver's probably not going to be there that much longer at this point. He might not be watching right in the chat. Oh, PlayStation writing is so difficult. Where's the controller, Willie? Where did I put it? Oh, I've got it. It's on top of the PlayStation. Seems like a good spot to put it. I don't suppose you could type that message out, could you? While I continue to do this, Willie. Just whoa. Just say, were you meant to be signed up for this? Say that. Whatever his name was, Sim_driver or something. Sim-driver GT66. Yep, you're doing the first stint. Cool. So, let me get all of the people. I'll mark you off, Willie, since you're doing stint number 1 for me.
Yes.
Everyone that's in stint 1, we'll get them down the bottom. And make sure there's no double ups. So remove Andrew the Jack, who's doing stint number 2. And then we've got Snappy. Don't mind me. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second while I
Who are we writing this message to?
organise everything.
SimDriver. SimDriver.
So it's there on the side, Sim-Driver.
Yes, there he is.
Yeah. Yes. Get some wins. I'd love to, Havoc. Who else is doing the second stint with you guys? Well, everyone that doesn't go first, I suppose. One thing about organising these types of events, you said Wizard was in here, didn't you?
I'll say yes.
Again, if you're not racing in the first stint, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it might be worth jumping out of the server. But yeah, logistically these things are always hard. Right, so we got 12 by the looks of it. Hey Andrew, how are you, mate? Can you not just select his name? You probably can, Simon. Unsure. So it looks like race 2 is going to be myself, Speedy Chicken, Ethan in NZ, DJ Brain, Skater, Speedy Chicken, Andrew the Jerk, Staniel, Thunderstorm, Pocolaz, and Hippie Head. Probably said Pocolaz right, I reckon. Cool JB, your old man Sonny told you to subscribe. He's a good old man, Cool JB. Just kidding, I'm a fan. I'm a good fan, but old man really is my dad. Oh, nice one. Well, either way, I just appreciate you being here, and I always appreciate old man being here. Bert can't see people. Right, we're waiting for Bert. Sim Driver hasn't done. That's all right. We'll just wait till the last second and unfortunately have to kick him out. It would have been. We seem to be missing a few people though, because I'm counting 11 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm counting 12 people in race 1. So who else has jumped out other than Bert?
Jason's just
Jason's
rejoined.
was and he's rejoined. Andrew the Jake's back in, but I have it on good authority that he's not doing stint 1. When you type a message, you should be able to select the name you want to mention, kind of like Discord mentioned. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's okay, he hasn't replied anyway. So we're waiting for Bert to jump in. Then click on his name. Thanks, Shaheen. Yeah, definitely good luck, all. So it is a standing start for race 1, but we're going to be going into qualifying first. Did I say how long qualifying was going to be? I probably did. Let me refer to my notes. I actually didn't write down how qualifying was going to be. So what do you reckon, Willie? Do we want to stick with the 15 minutes I thought quality was going to be? Or do you reckon we should shorten it to 10? 10 makes it hard to do 2 laps.
10 does make it hard here. Maybe do 15.
Maybe do 15 because it's Bathurst.
Yeah.
It's a little bit longer. So we'll go with the 15-minute qualifying session. Let me get that back up to live. Bert is your stint 1. Yep. Alexander Ferguson, hello. Good luck. Hope there's no technical difficulties. There's almost certainly going to be. This is as much of an experiment for everyone involved as it is for me. Hopefully this is a good bit of fun. We can have a nice little team race. Jason's your second stint. So who's your first stint then? Subscriber there from Sean. Welcome. I need to get this into a program that's not completely terrible. So we'll get this sorted and then we'll roll straight to quali. Sim Driver said anything yet? No. Nope. Making good use of the kids tonight. You are, old man. And Havoc Kush. Is Havoc Kush yours as well, old man? So just give me a minute while I get these back on track. I'll be selecting the stint 1ers. So, other than Sim Driver, can you read... Oh no, actually don't worry about it. We're all good. I just need to make that smaller. Won't be long, guys. The logistical things are hard. Good luck for quality and first stint. Absolutely. Now you can see everyone. Fantastic. Now the ruling. Do you want to mention, Willie, what we decided with people getting stuck on the line?
Yeah, we're having a bit of a chat, and we thought we'd do a few restarts depending on how it all falls. We obviously don't want anybody or any team to miss out, because if one person gets stuck, then 2 people get stuck.
Correct.
So,
although we would allow their second driver to come back and race 2.
True.
And they just have to start from the back of the grid.
Yep.
But it still sucks for person number 1, so we don't want it, is what we're saying.
No, so we're going to be pretty lenient with some restarts. So unfortunately, if you end up getting a good start, if there's people stuck on the grid, we will do restarts, and we will just play it by race start, depending on how it all goes, really. Rather a little bit more mucking around at the start for a successful event.
Yeah, we'll just straight up, if one person gets stuck on the line, we'll restart. Then if 2 people get stuck on the line, we'll restart for a second time. If 3 people get stuck on the line, we'll restart for a third time. And in fact, given the amount of numbers, if 3 people are still stuck on the line, we'll jump out, restart the lobby, start the server again, and hopefully get it down to under 3. Hopefully no one misses out, but that's the Gran Turismo world we live in.
there is Sim Driver.
Where is Tricky Brewer? Why I cannot see. I think it was a later one that I added in.
So if you're out there, Sim Driver, in, I don't know, typing land.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to...
Might have to let him go on this one, unfortunately.
Been waiting all day for this. Bathurst week. See you next Tuesdays. Oof. Well, welcome, Pig. I didn't add him into my list, that's why. Tricky Brewer. I remember seeing it come through. So we're not far away, trust me guys, we're not far away from going to quali. We just need to get the server right. I might actually have to get you to jump back in the lobby, big fella, and we'll kick Sim out. Sorry Sim, don't take any offence, but you're obviously not listening anyway, so yeah, it is what it is. Right, so a Tricky Brewer is with Jason's, and Tricky Brewer must be going first. So I think I'm back on track. No, Tricky Brewer's going first, and Jason's is not. Oh, Shannon coming through with the large donation there. Thank you very much, Shannon. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the support that you and everyone gives me, actually. I really do appreciate it.
Sorry, Sim Driver.
Been worried about the service for this race. Oh, me too, Pick. This is, as I say, it's just an experiment. Now, hopefully we have 11 people in the server. We do. Sim Driver's gone. Is there anyone at the top, or that's where Sim Driver was? Andrew the Jerk's in. But he's not racing. So I can't kick Andrew the Jerk out, I don't think. So it'd be great if, Andrew, you could jump out, because you're doing stint 2 with Bert. And Bert's in.
Yep.
So I think we'd be right to kick him, though, because I'm restarting the next lobby, which Andrew the Jet can jump in. So
there he goes.
He's done it. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, let's
Legend.
go. Okay, so go up to race settings. Yep, down to edit event settings. We're going to start quality right now. You need to go to the time of day. Up. Yep. Go just up one to 12. Yep. Go down to change event settings. That should roll over. As soon as this rolls over, people, and it reloads, get out on track. You have got 15 minutes to set your fastest lap time. At the stroke of 15 minutes, we will be rolling over to race. It is set to fastest first. Now, if you are, again, not used to playing Gran Turismo online lobbies, you need to make sure you are out on the track when I roll to race. If you don't, if you are sitting in the pits, even if you were on pole position, it will not count your lap time. So keep an eye on the time. It's down the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. When that hits 15 minutes, it is go time, and you will want to make sure you're not only out of the pits, but through Sector 1, or your time won't get excluded. So if I were you, by the time 14 minutes rolls around, I'd be getting out of the pits and getting on the track. Good luck, everyone.
How sunny is it?
That's magnificent at 12 o'clock a day. And Piosco coming through with another donation. Thank you very much, Piosco. I do appreciate that. Appreciate you. VOD fee. What's VOD? That's probably a stupid question. Voice on demand. Video on demand? Video on demand. Let's go with video on demand. Are you from SA? By SA, do you mean South Australia or South Africa? Because no to both, I guess. Polish lead nuggets. Polish lead nuggets. That's what PLN stands for. You did right, Jules. Polish lead nuggets. Video on demand, yeah. Yep. That makes sense. So that's cool. I've got my list sorted out. I think we're all pretty good. I actually had every intention of sending everyone an email to let them know that, just confirm race details in case they didn't say it. But Didn't really have time. I know that's becoming a common friggin' excuse for me, but I didn't really have time, and here we all are anyway, so it's fine. It would have been great to have a full list of 16 people, but like I think I left 5 days to organise this. It's on a Saturday, so the FIA races are on, which would have turned some people off. Yeah, 2 of my subscribers that I didn't want racing anyway are in Tokyo, racing in the big time leagues, but that's cool. We don't need the Conzio and Lionface in here showing us how terrible we are.
I thought this was the big time.
This is the real big time. Some people fly to Tokyo, other people just get on where the racing's really happening in the Charlie Roscoe stream. You know, I mean South Africa. No, the south of Oz. Definitely from the south of Australia, but not from South Australia, and definitely not from South Africa. Never even been. That's what Brownie's is. Oh yeah, that's what Brownie's for, to make us all look stupid. Yeah, you're dead right. He will probably do that. But what you going to do? Someone's going to win.
Yep, they do.
New t-shirt, didn't have time. Yeah, actually, it's just funny you say that. Because I've got my t-shirt on right now. And when Willie first came over, he said, "Oh, that's right, I've got to grab a t-shirt." And I said, "Hold out, I'm about to put up some new simple designs, and I want to try and make them as cheap as I possibly can. So it'll have less fancy stuff on it. But just something cheap that people will know where it came from, which will be cool. Good luck in the race." Thank you, Lee. Appreciate you stopping by, as always. Yeah, due to things and stuff. Exactly right. See, Andrew, you get me. You understand me and how I work. Love the commentary, number 1. Thanks, Pick. Appreciate you. I'm going to have a drink of water. My voice is already going. Are you all straight off, Kogan? Yeah, well, I appreciate you stopping by anyway. Did you hit the wall?
I did.
Oh, damn it, Willie.
I was too busy thinking about when you said,
watch on the replay.
I'm going to have a drink of water.
And you were like, "Oh, drink of water. I will slam into Forest Elbow." Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke and I lost concentration.
Yeah, you should stop listening to me and just put it on pole, big fella. If you put it on pole, then after the stream you can put it on pole.
Oh. That's what I was going to say. It's not, your voice isn't the only thing that's hoarse.
Who are you hoping wins Bathurst 1000? That YouTube guy. I personally am a Shane Van Gisbergen fan, number 97 in the Red Bull car. Willie, he's not listening to me, so he won't be able to answer this question because he's concentrating on getting pole. He is and has always been a Craig Lowndes fan. Mark Winterbottom fan. And definitely a Lowndes fan. So he's always going for Lowndesy. But I must admit, I would not be sad to see Craig Lowndes win. It is his final Bathurst appearance as a full-time driver. So it's always nice to see Lowndesy get one. But Gizzy for me. If you're not from SA, do you like Olden Ale from Cooper's? Actually, no, Pick. I have tried Olden Ale, and it was too pungent for me. I don't mind a strong beer, but I don't love a strong beer. And that one would tear your teeth out. It had that much flavouring. I'd like to see Lowndes get it in his final full-time stint. So would I. So I'm not against Lowndesy getting it. There's a few drivers on the grid. I don't mind getting it. I would not be upset if Lowndes, obviously, like if Gizzy didn't win, then probably I'd be happy to see Lowndes win it. I'd be happy to see Scott McLaughlin win one. He hasn't won one, has he?
No.
I'd be happy to see Scotty get one.
He's never been on the podium at Bathurst.
He hasn't, yeah, so that wouldn't offend me if Scotty Mack got a win. Who else don't I mind? There was someone else I thought of. So that guy as well. SVG, absolutely. You got a carton for $120. I'm just not sure that I think that was money well spent. But I think that's actually pretty cheap. They've stopped making that now, haven't they? That was only a limited thing from memory. Thank you, Ring Driver. Scotty got robbed last year. Did he get robbed?
What for?
Well, yeah. I'm not sure.
For the championship?
Oh, for the championship or the win? I don't think he got robbed for the championship. I think he made a mistake and paid the punishment. And look, I quite like Scott McLaughlin. I'd be happy to see him win a championship. If Giz can't this year, definitely going for Giz. But, you know, 1 year when Giz is out of it by halfway through the season, that'll be fine to see Scotty get one.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was robbed last year. I think he just...
saved all his bad driving to the last race.
Yeah, pretty much.
To put it bluntly.
But he may not have won Bathurst last year, but he won the hearts and minds of everyone when he smashed that lap record, which they didn't get near again today.
No.
Thanks to Domo Hudson for the GTS decals. Liked and followed. Guaranteed likes from me. Is that to Dom? Does he have a YouTube thing, or do you mean to me? Because if it's me, then thank you. Check my profile for the results. Okay. His car broke at Bathurst. Yeah, cars do that. Hey, Mrs. Roscoe's in the chat. Good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Is this an in-lap, or are you on it?
Oh, no. I'm on it.
Very good.
No, this is an in-lap.
That is cheap. I just put the new roof on the Cooper's place and got charged $150 from the actual place. Oh, wow. So are they still making it, or was it a limited thing? Throwing out a few cheeky little hellos for Mrs. Roscoe. It was an in-lap. You were tricking.
Yeah.
You were just being a trickster. Don't refuel. Yep.
I forgot how famous I am on the stream now.
You are on the stream now.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm on the stream.
And if that voice sounds similar to the one from the video the other day, it might do, but it was not me.
Oh, but come on, Willie.
Well, it could have been, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Or was it? No, it wasn't. Or was it?
Yeah, but come on, Willie. You can tell them that it was.
Okay.
Unless it wasn't.
Oh.
Oh, that was for me. That was for me, Draws. Cool. Well, no worries, dude. That's a pleasure. Nice, accommodating viewers. Yeah, look, I'm not going to sit here and say I've got the best YouTube community in the world, but I like my community. I think it's quite cool, and I appreciate them. So I agree with you. I think my subscribers and the people... Yeah, Snappy was out. Oh, he's got his learner plates on, though.
He does have his learner plates on.
It's fine. You instantly forgive him. You see him smash into the wall, and you're just like... Oh, he's got his L plates up. No, that's fine. You're cool, dude. Like, you do you.
You do you.
You do you, and we'll do us. Is this an outlap? Yes.
Sure is.
You should give Snappy some space. Just saying. Either overtake or...
That's sort of what I was hoping for.
Give him half a lap. You got someone behind you, but they're just coming into the S's now.
Yeah, it's Wizard.
Oh, well, that's right. He's with bloody Brownie, isn't he? Quillheads. Hi there. Welcome. Welcome to everyone in the chat, whether you're, well, everyone viewing, whether you're in the chat or not. And, oh, look, we've got some likes as well. Thank you to those kind and generous folk that have been good enough to leave a like.
That's trendy, wasn't it?
Give him some space, give him some space. Hold down, hold down. I think is he going in the pits? Yeah, he's in the pits, yeah. You're good. Do you have a bar? Do you have bar? I can send you a bunch of different beers you haven't seen. I collect beers from... Oh, sweet. That's a wicked hobby pick. I could never collect beers because they'd be drunk. I could collect empty beer stubbies, but not so much beers. Do you have a bar? I don't own a bar, if that's what you mean. Yeah, bloody Brownie. Yeah, you can get in his way all day, that's fine. Him and Wizard, they're going to shit this in. Having said that, you're not far off the pace, big fella. You just need to find a 10th or two.
Like that? Oh, that's the wrong way.
If we had someone else jump in the lobby, that's we might have to remove him. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way. We'll remove him before the race.
Well, this lap is terrible.
Oh, it is, and you're running out of time too. 11.5 minutes down.
I am.
Just protect your tyres, dude. Burn up as much fuel as you can, but don't push around corners. He means a home bar, maybe. I would love a home bar. I've had plans of... I've got this sort of enclosed area out of my back porch. It's not fully enclosed. It's obviously just roofed up and the house is behind it. So it's got 2 walls. And I kind of always wanted to build a little bar in there, but... Then I started buying cars and motorbikes, and then I had kids, and now I don't really... That's not going to be a thing for a while. Let's say that. Where can I find a Bathurst strand? Draws, that is something I'm going to endeavour to find. Probably not now, because even though Willie's the one driving, I've still got a bit on at the moment. But I will endeavour to find and share it in my Discord, for sure, as I'm sure will other people in Discord. Touchkus? I don't know if you're in the stream, dude, but this one's kind of been set up with teammates and all that kind of stuff, so it's not a clear-cut race. So sorry about that. I hate to kick anyone out when I don't have a full lobby, but because of the complexity, it's not just sort of the thing that we can go, oh, well, if you're here hanging around, jump in and we'll see how we go. Like, you need a teammate and all that sort of stuff, and you need to know how this is all working. You got 2 minutes left, Willie. This is going to be your last lap, big fella.
It will.
Good luck.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm going to share a link to the real race. Don't listen to me. You concentrate. Share a link to the real race in Discord, and if I can find it, I'll probably put it on my Facebook and Twitter as well. It'll only be for the international viewers, of course, because it's locked down by Foxtel in Australia and New Zealand, I believe. Do you know that Belgium lowest beer is 6.8%? That's the mid strongest. Belgium sounds like a good place to visit, actually. I'm a member of Discord, but haven't used it or know how yet. That's okay. Nor did I and 3/4 of the people that jumped on Discord when I first started it. I had no idea how it worked. I just thought it looked like a cool thing and did it. So just jump in. Just find my Discord. I think there's links from Nightbot. Follow the link, and if you're already signed up to Discord, you should just be able to join the thing and stuff and get on that. But I will try and link it on my Facebook and Twitter as well if I find a link for the international viewers, so that we can all watch Bathurst. 6 hours of one of the greatest races. 425 mil, the smallest we get robbed in South Australia. Everything's 425 now, isn't it? No pressure, Willie. That's a quote from me. No pressure, Willie, but if you don't stand up and get this done...
Yeah.
You are up.
Don't say that.
Sorry. Keep going. You're doing great. Most of us had that learning curve, absolutely. As soon as you cross the lines, can you dive back in the pits, please? Oh, he steals it! Pole on the line. Magnificent. Can you jump in the pits, Willie? And unfortunately, I'm going to have to kick... Touchus has gone. So that's cool. We're back in the normal. So jump out. Get the first sector done as soon as you can. Just head up, straight up Mountain Straight, and then we'll roll to race. Just got to get through. Make sure no one's in the pits. If you're in the pits, get out now. Now is your chance. Get through Sector 1. You'll see the time on the left-hand side. We'll jump from 11th in no time. As soon as Willie goes through the first point where the game recognises, and then we'll jump back up. Did you actually end up with outright pole? You did. That's amazing. Okay, hit options and go race start. Hopefully nobody gets stuck on the line. We will restart at once if one person gets stuck on the line. And then we'll go from there. But let's just hope no one gets stuck on the line. Come on.
And be kind at turn 1. I always have bad luck at turn 1.
Yeah, that's true. Let's all play nice. It's a long endurance race. It's in 2 parts, but let's be good in race 1. If you are on the left-hand side at race 1...
This goes alright.
Yeah, it looks good.
Charlie Roscoe
From
on
the
pole,
start.
and
Well,
it's not even Charlie Roscoe.
Exactly.
How's this?
The big wheel dog. I've picked a good team, mate.
Yeah, look at me go.
If you're on the left-hand side at turn 1, just remember to leave some space on the exit, because that's where everyone gets run off. Foot on the brake. Here we go, people. Good luck all. Lights out. And away we go. Absolutely cracking start by Bert there. He just hooked up in the BMW.
Oh, hit in the rear.
Oh, there's contact. There was contact behind us. I don't know. People have sprayed out. You hate to see it. It looks like Revolver might have just got a little bit late on the brakes there, or I could have just picked a random name out and therefore, sorry, Revolver. But it did look like he might have been tied up in the first corner. So 13 laps. It looks like, unless someone says something very soon, on the left-hand side, it looks an awful lot like no one got stuck on the line, which is amazing. Thank you, Polyphony Digital, and just everything for lining up. But Ryan has snuck his way up into 8th. I actually don't know if it's Ryan or Steve racing at the moment.
Yeah.
We can't tell, and he's not on Skype, nor are we. But let's do this. Bert is pulling ahead. Where's the favourite? Wizards with Brownie, is he not? We've got Snappy riding you. Ooh. Sideways, loose from Bert.
Very loose from Bert.
Snappy is snapping at your heels. I'm going to be able to use that so much throughout this stream. Tricky Brewer in 4th, Revolver back in 5th, Squiddy in 6th, All Alonatron in 7th, Mojo in 8th. Here we go, let's see the power. This is the M3, the one thing I didn't think that did that well. It's going to make you work hard for it here. He tucks in behind. Is he going to? No, he's not going to go too hard on the brakes. Bert defends gallantly. God, I can't even say that. Let's just leave that word alone. Oh, so someone took out your teammate, Brownie. Shit, is that what happened? I don't know who it was. As I say, I saw a Revolver out there, but I'm not going to throw accusations because I've got no idea if it was actually him. It looks like Snappy has got out wide, coming through Murray's corner for the first time. Got out on the grass and he's in strife. You can see he's up to 8, so this will be a monumental climb to the top for you guys. It'll be fine, Brownie. You'll still shit at him. It's just that we're going to make you work for it now. Pure, yeah, Polyphony had nothing to do with the luck. It was pure luck and a solar flare are the real reasons for the lobby starting properly. Look, I'll take it at this point. I don't care how. So, are you Aussie man? I am an Aussie man. And ironically, my nickname has been Aussie.
Yeah.
With an O. For reasons. Words are hard. Nick, you're dead right. If I was Aussie Man Pick, let's think about this for a second. I reckon Aussie Man could start a YouTube channel up about crochet and it would still have more than 2,500 subs. Bert into the wall there, some sparks flying. Willie's absolutely pouring the pressure on here. You love to see it. So Snappy looks to have regathered into 5th now after his first trip through Murray's. We got Tricky Brewer coming up in 3rd place. It was a late call in, old Tricky. It's good to see him going well. Obviously, there Wizard Egan and his teammate for race 2. That's going to be one to watch. Of course, no results are paid from this race. This is just part 1. And the outside. Oh, I tell you what. Looks like there might have
don't know what happened with Bert then.
I think there was a bit of lag, judging by... I'm just looking at the radar, and there was a few weird jumps everywhere, so I think lag might have been involved, but... some defensive lines there. Did you cop a hit in the bum then?
Don't think so.
No, because it looked in the radar like you did, so perhaps a tiny bit of lag, but it's not affected anything too much at the moment. And you've taken the lead. I can't wait to screw this up for us.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm not driving. Willie's driving right now, my teammate. But obviously, because we can only stream off, well, I can only stream off one machine. Willie's been kind enough to drive over and do it from here. And that's the same deal with Ryan, who's Lethal 36 there. So you'll see that name in both races, but he has a teammate, Steve, doing some laps as well. You keep in underground only racer, half Aussie man subs are for comedy. Yeah. Oh, that was nice. And you've pulled a little lead too. I think Bert's made a mistake. He's gone from not far down to 1.8 seconds now. Of course, one thing I will say, yeah, he's gone up to 2 seconds, so he must have had a drama going into the cutting somewhere, I'd say. He's held second place. Of course, gap doesn't really matter at the end of this because it'll be a rolling start for race 2.
Yeah, this is essentially a quali race.
This is sort of. It's not though. It's part 1.
It is
of the overall race. So the gaps don't matter. Pretty much like this whole race, really. It's about fun. We're here to have fun. And I'll tell you what's really weird. I'm sitting here hearing nothing. So Willie's got the headphones on. Obviously, he's driving. So I'm just kind of talking to myself, really. But that's fine. What car are we in? That YouTube guy, it is a Mercedes AMG with another sensational RLG Ryan Lee graphics livery on board, which looks sensational. He did a cool little half sort of thing. So overall, the car looks
great. There it is,
great.
looking all sexy.
It is. But what you can't really see from this, and I'll put some pictures up, probably in Discord and Facebook and such. But on one side is like a bit of a Red Bull thing because Willie likes Red Bull. So that's been incorporated into it. It's a cool design. It's a nice car. He's done a good job.
As always.
As always, the exact kind of quality we would expect. 95 people. I've got 101. Well, welcome to everyone that has turned up. Great to have you along. Thank you for stopping by. We'll do a little score check. Bert's still struggling somewhat. Maybe going for a fuel-saving strategy at this point. 3.3 seconds back in second place. So you are putting on an absolute clinic with the favourites being knocked back early in the race. Revolver's found his way up to third in front of Tricky Brewer. And what have we got? Snappy's up in fifth. He's still holding fifth. Squiddy sixth. And Wizard has taken back that one spot there. So all Lonatron and Wizard have swapped spots. And I expect Wizard to slowly work his way up. Strong team. But Revolver's got a strong team as well because, of course... hang on, let me double check that. I think Revolver's with Speedy Chicken coming up next. If my memory serves me. Speedy Chicken is with Revolver. Yeah, so again, Speedy Chicken's going to bring that home strong.
Yeah. And
gaps don't matter. Only finishing positions. Is tyre wear on? Yes, it certainly is. And fuel burn is as well. This track needs more bogan across Skyline. It does need more bogan across Skyline. It just needs a heap of, like, strange campsites and fat beer bellies and people drinking piss and carrying on. And we will miss you, Craig Lowndes banners.
Yeah.
Jeez, have a look at that. I reckon that 204.2 you've just done, Willie's damn near quicker than your quali lap, mate.
I think so.
You're putting on a clinic here. You were going to be sadly disappointed in me.
I know. No, I won't be.
At what rates? The tyre wear is on 4 times wear, and fuel burn is on 3 times wear. So it probably doesn't seem like that much in a 13 lap race, but bear in mind part 2 of this race after the driver swap is 27 laps, so it will play a bigger factor in that portion of the race. Why did Bert leave? Is Bert out? Everyone stopped for you? That sucks, Bert. I reckon you were having a slight bit of lag issue. So I'm sorry to see that, dude. That's if there was anything I could do to resolve that problem, I would do it. I'm pretty glad no one got stuck on the line, but I'd say you had a few lag issues, which does suck, but not entirely. Look at that, 7.1 seconds. Definitely. So who's dropped down there? Who was in second? Oh, it was Bert.
It was Bert.
And he's dropped out. So Tricky Brewer's 7 seconds back, Revolver Snap. It'll be interesting to see the strategies, because I think you could definitely do this in one stint. You could certainly make the end and do 13 laps. If you fuel save effectively and you're good on your tyres. Wizard has worked his way up to 5th. All Lonitron's on for the ride, because both of them have got past a couple. Well, they got gifted one position, obviously, with Bert dropping out. Hi, Hubie. Hey, Hubie. Nice to watch this race. Look, it's nice to have you along. I appreciate you being here. Brody, wait 12 months and Willie will be doing laps around the real thing with lap times like those. Well, yeah, that's they're not going too bad. They're not going too badly at this point. We'll just have to see how it all plays out. The field is somewhat spread out a little bit. Probably a few incidences. But of course, it'll bring it all back together for part 2. I've already run out of water and I haven't even started racing yet.
Yeah, I don't even know where my drink bottle is.
Oh yeah, I hit it on you.
That's okay.
You don't want it now, do you?
No.
You'll get through this race.
Of course I will.
Yeah. It's alright, I might sit here and drink your water then.
Okay.
No. Roadkill, welcome. And Doc as well. I don't think I said hi, Doc, did I? I read your hi Hubie out. I never said hi to you. So look, welcome to everyone that's joined the stream, especially if you're coming through for the very first time. We're having an experimental team race today. So this is stint 1. We're going to be doing a compulsory driver swap, which unfortunately the game doesn't allow in-game itself. So we'll have to quickly restart the server, continue on from the positions we left off, and we'll go from there. But yes, it's an experiment that so far has got off to a decent start. Are you on a wheel, and if so, which kind? Yes, we are on a wheel. Willie's currently driving, so my teammate, I'm just sitting next to him in full support, and we both have a G29. We're actually on wheelies, so it's kind of a strange setup, because obviously I'm comfortable in my house with my TV, but we're using Willie's rig. I've been having some gear shift issues on the right paddle. Willie suggested that we could use his rig, and it feels, even though they're both G29s, they feel very different. So he's adjusted his pedals. So his accelerator pedal is the brake spring out of a G29 brake pedal, if I've got that right. Don't answer that, you're concentrating. But I'm pretty sure it's the brake pedal from a G27. If you ever use G27, there's no tight spot. You can just push it straight down to the ground. It is stiffer than the throttle pedal, so we're using that spring in the throttle, or he is on his pedals. And the brake pedal he's using has got an aftermarket, it's like a square bit of rubber, I believe, that actually sits in the middle of the spring, and it makes it feel a lot more like a load cell.
Yeah, it's a load cell feel.
It is a load cell feel. So for him, he's used to it. For me, it's very, very different from standard G29 pedals. So it definitely takes some adjusting. Plus his rig's a different height and everything else. So I'm not as comfortable as I would have liked, and nor is Willie. But we've sort of landed somewhere in the middle, I guess. But the pedals don't feel bad if you're wondering what it feels like to have that stiffer throttle pedal. It takes a bit of adjusting. Obviously, over a long distance, it's going to work the old leg muscles out a little bit more and the foot muscles out a bit more, but it gives you a little bit more precision, because you can actually lean on the throttle pedal a bit more and find that gap that you're looking for. What was that? Charlie's Pros shelved it? I think I missed that bit. Hi Taz. David Eastwood, what is going on? I have a Thrustmaster TX with T3PA pedals, T500 RS shifter, and a Fanatec handbrake. So much fun on a setup. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it absolutely is. You only need about. So, yes. And as you can see on screen, we're just trying to do some sneaky hand gestures to each other here to strategize. But as you can see, we have popped into the pits for a top-up and some fresh tyres. Now, this is where strategy comes in, because I definitely believe it's possible to make this race without pitting. But you're going to be pretty heavily disadvantaged. Actually, it looks like most people have dived in the pits. I don't think Tricky Brewer has.
It'll be interesting to see whether that was a copy of my strategy or what everybody else has decided to do.
Yeah, well, they've
Mine was a bit sort of fly by the way. I was just like, oh, bugger it.
It was a bit. He was fingering me. No, that came out wrong. He was holding up hand gesture fingers at me, and I was trying to agree and still talk. Trying to be strategic here.
Oh, Lethal only had 36 litres of fuel left.
How do you know that?
They just said it on there when he pitted.
Oh.
So that's not a lot of fuel. Mind you, I can't tell you what I had.
No. Probably not that many. I don't even know how many litres you've got now.
Oh, 5.7.
Oh, yeah. How do you have 36? Wow.
No, I had 5. I'm just saying 5.7 because that's what my car's got.
Yeah. What car is this, Hayden? It is the Mercedes AMG GT. I added a progressive spring with rubber to my G27. It makes the brakes much shorter. It does make the brakes shorter, but it actually gives you something of a load cell to push against. It creates a very different feel. It's very usable. But if you're used to the G27, it is wildly different. And if you're used to the G29, there's still a fair adjustment curve to be done. It becomes stiffer the more you press it. It does, correct, yeah.
Right, what is Tricky Brewer doing? Is he going to send it?
I reckon he may well be trying to.
Oh no,
he's in
no,
pits.
He's pitted.
He's pulled out. Thought he might have tried to go for the full race distance.
Well, there you go.
The pot meters are horrible in the G29 and G920. The standard brake pedal it's fine. Obviously, if you've used like club sport pedals off a Fanatec or something, which Ryan actually has a pair of, that feels much better. But you get used to it. Irrespective of what pedals you got, you tend to get used to it. You've come out of this with a massive lead. I wish we could still have gaps in race day, because I'm going to blow it all. I actually legitimately steal some water from you.
Let's hope that I don't stuff it up.
I hope so.
I am the current 1.2 hour champion.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You win that, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did I come?
Behind me.
Yeah. That's pretty obvious, I would have said. But you've got a commanding lead with just 3.5 laps to go. How's Wizard doing? He's back up to 4th. Remember that the gaps will all be gone for part 2 of this race after the mandatory driver swap. Gaps don't mean anything, just your positions. So that bodes well, because we've got... that's a quick team. As is Revolvers, so 4th and 5th there to keep an eye on. Tricky Brewer's a bit of an unknown to me. I don't really know he signed up there. He's with Jason, so he can put some pace on when he wants to. Snappy as well, something of an unknown to me. The GT King, I'm Murty Bertie. You're Murty Bertie. Cool. Mine always either sticks or bounces without any input. It sticks or bounces. The G29 does. I haven't had any dramas with mine. I've nearly worn the wheel out. My right shifter no longer shifts up as consistently as I would like.
I love mine. It's been really good to me.
Yeah, I mean, they both have. We both got them about the same time, but mine's probably done quite a bit more.
Yours has done a bit more than mine.
Yeah, it has. Yours even looks like a new wheel compared to mine. That's fine. I've had no dramas with it, but when I change steering wheel, we'll see what I get. I really don't want to let go yet. I haven't owned it for long enough. Yeah, the recovery from Wiz. Up to 4th. You do have a very tasty gap there, Willie. Maybe you should have done part 2. You seem to be on form.
Yeah.
Rigmotech has a load cell for all pedals now. My mates have the original for the T3A Pro, and they love it. Best dollars spent on your brakes, on your brake pedal, yeah. And a brake pedal means a lot. You know, the more accurate it is, and the more, yeah, but it's an important thing. Shame he took a hit. It is the favourites at the moment, but they've wound their way back up to 4th, so things aren't exactly looking bad for them. Hubie, still going good. I hope you smash it, Brownie. Oh, is everyone going for Brownie? I thought I'd have at least a home ground advantage here. Some people would like go, yay streamer, go streamer. No.
I'm going for us.
Oh, good. Well, that's, you know, I'm going for us as well.
Yeah.
So that's at least 2 of us. Brakes are everything, they really are, yeah. The more feel you have in the brake pedal, and the more accurate you can be with it, the better you are, typically. Especially when you're fighting lockups. That is everything. You really need to be able to find that perfect point where you're not actually locking the loser. Go Charlie, thank you Brody. Yay, someone else is going for it. We have a third person going for us.
Good.
I've been looking at Rigmotech and also GT mods. Might wait till my warranty runs out before I mod the brakes. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. Definitely stick it out because, you know, the G29, it's not the cheapest steering wheel on the market, but that and the T300 is really an entry-level sim setup, I would say. There's a lot more expensive stuff than the T300 and the G29. So it means that they have had problems, and you can find it online. Both steering wheels have had certain issues. So I definitely wouldn't recommend modifying it too much or at all during the warranty period. I'd wait until that runs out. But that's just me, you know.
Yeah, well, my pedals, I didn't actually change my G29 pedals. These are my G27 pedals.
Oh, they actually are.
My G29 pedals are still sitting at home brand new.
Yeah, untouched.
Unused.
Because you'd modded your G27. They are, you're quite right. And I can see that now because it's a red sleeve behind it.
And the writing's different.
Interesting. Who got a disconnect? Who's disconnect? No, you'll be mad that you didn't when you do. Furious with yourself when you found out how good it was. Well, go easy on yourself. I mean, you made the right call in the end. There's no need to get too mad. I use the T80 when I can be bothered pulling it out faster on controller. I've never used a T80, Damon. I know that they are very much a budget wheel, a budget setup. And I think the cheaper you get, obviously, probably the less good it's going to be. That was a political way of saying worse. Yep. It's going to be worse because it's cheaper. But I've never used one, so I don't know what they're like. But yeah. Anything that is, I mean, G29s, G920s, and T300s, they're not cheap wheels for a lot of people. They're quite expensive, but they're still very much an entry level, I think, for sim racing. Sadly, I have exams when the race is going on. Oh, no good. I have a full Fanatec complement and the adjustable load cell in the base setting. Oh yeah,
I'd love a full Fanatec wheel.
Honestly, I think I've had 2 separate nights at Ryan's place mucking around with his Fanatec setup, and his wheel wasn't one of the flash wheels. It's a good wheel, the Porsche one, whatever it was. But he's got the Club Sport pedals, and they are sensational. They really are. Like,
salubrious.
Yeah, very salubrious. It is hard to go back to. I think I had a G27 the first time I went, and then a G29 the last time. He lives in a different state from me, if you're wondering. And when I came back to the G27 pedals, I was like, man, this is just the worst.
Feels very budget, hey?
Oh, it felt cheap and poxy and nasty compared to them. But it is, you know, I think the entire G29 setup will cost you less than just the pedals from Fanatec.
I think so.
Everything in perspective, of course. Money does matter. That's the reality. One day I'll have the space to get a full rig. Yeah, space is an issue as well, but, you know, some people just run it anywhere they can. Like, I think I started, before I bought an actual rig, to strap the steering wheel and pedals onto. I think I just ran it off the table, the bench,
Yeah,
something like that.
I ran it off a fold-out table.
Yeah.
And then before I had an area, I had another TV in the lounge room.
So you can definitely make it work. By the way, Wizard worked his way up to 3rd now. All alone in Tron. Something's obviously happened because he's back to 8th. Either that or he was only up where he was because of pit stops or something. But anyway, Tricky Brewer has found himself back in 2nd. Wizard up to 3rd. That's going to be a strong thing. Snappy is still holding 4th and Revolver in 5th. Mojo 6th. Old Man up to 7th. Good job, old man. Doing a good job. Thank you for the subscriber there, Dave. And everyone that has hit subscribe. I've seen a few come through. The stream doesn't pick everyone up. I think you have to have it allowed that your subscribes are public or whatever. But if you have subscribed, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Go old Stanman.
Final lap, people.
It is a final lap. I found the T80 at Cashies for $50. So I thought I'd give it a go. Well, why not? For $50, can't go too far.
Yeah, that's right.
You could probably just sell it for $50 again if you don't like it. Should contact them for demos. I bet they would like your channels. Maybe. I'm not really a big deal. Like, I've only got a pretty small channel. I can't see Fanatec throwing anything at me, to be honest. But anyway, good suggestion. I have the basic pedals. No dildo motors. At 200 with load cells, it's the best one to do, yeah. I mean, they are good pedals, but you run what you can afford to bring. And just going back to room and space, you can kind of make it work. You know, I'm pretty sure from memory, Eric GTR, another YouTuber, who recently went over to Austria in the Red Bull Ring with Gran Turismo. I'm pretty sure he's got his wheel strapped onto like a chest of drawers or something. It looks sort of like an awkward setup, but he makes it work beautifully, and he's got pace, so you can make it work if you need to.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
So where's that going?
How's it going heading to the next stint?
How's that for fuel? That's actually... I did that pretty well.
Yeah, that's going to be spot on. I haven't even figured out my fuel strategy for me, so you can do that whilst I'm racing. No pressure, bring it home. I think I'm going to be up against it. I'm going to have Speedy, Brownie. I'm going to have some good people. Not to say that people against Willie
into the final corner. And here comes Willie, and all the women around Australia are saying, won't need these anymore.
Referring to their panties. That was actually, to be fair, you did pull some pants down. 13.5 second win. That, congratulations. Good job.
That went better than I thought, to be honest. I didn't even expect to get pole. I was expecting to be like midfield. Because before the race, my pace was a bit pooey.
A bit pooey?
Yeah.
It was. You had a really weird... when you first came over, we set your rig up and you were fine. But then you had a really weird
Must have been dinner, I reckon. Got me up and about.
Whilst that race finishes, I'm just going to go and top my glass of water up because I'm losing my voice sitting here talking.
Yes. Number 14 car, 14-second win.
Nice. Once that all rolls over, if you could quit out of the lobby, open the new one under the... it was called B250 Part 2, I think. P2. You'll see it in my save lobbies.
Sure. Save replay, everybody. Save replay. Replay. Save replay. Here we go. I'll give everybody a minute to make sure that they save their replays. And in a second we will jump out and reset. I didn't know what everybody was going to do in that race. I was a little bit nervous. Early on in the race, I was planning on making a pit stop. But about halfway through, I didn't realise I'd get a bit of a lead. So then I wondered if I should start to fuel save. And for 2 or 3 laps I did, and I sort of lost concentration. And I thought, bugger it.
You're all right to jump out.
Yep. I'll pit, and... everybody else followed, essentially. So it worked out well.
Alright, you can just ignore all the awkward bangs and bumps and such. We're just going to swap chairs quickly. And I'll jump into the hot seat. Get some headphones on. Create room. We'll get part 2 going as soon as we can. I'll probably have to get you to bring the list up as well. Willy Band, which is in the Excel document down there. You'll find it. You'll get it. And then everyone that's not coloured in yellow should be in this lobby.
Right.
So I'll just do a quick scan over. That all looks pretty good. It's going to have to be set by host, so I'll set the starting order. Did you write down the finishing order of the last race? Cool.
We can look back on the stream.
Good work, big fella. That was I was saying that to myself actually. Good work, me. That looks fine. Let's create room. Hippie, here we go. Good luck, old man Stan. Was so fun, proud of that. You did well, Wizard. That was a great climb back to get back to 3rd place, wasn't it? Darren, are you doing endurance races? Yeah, so this is, we're doing an experiment here. It's a team race. Obviously, you can't swap drivers within Gran Turismo, so we have to literally start a new lobby. But we had a pre-sign up, so people already had teammates designated that they did the things and stuff, and here we are. So there's the finishing results. Oh wait, once everyone gets in, by the way, if you can hit the enter, you don't need to go out onto track or anything, but if you could please hit enter, the sooner you do that, the sooner I can set the numbers. Please, don't go out on track. It's not a time to practice or anything. We just need to get in, we need to ready up, we need to make sure the team's right, and we need to start race 2.
That's right, we had a dropout.
Yeah, Bert dropped out.
Yes.
So Bert's teammate is back in. So this will be somewhat hard because you're going to have to look at those results and then also who their teammate is, who's the person not highlighted in yellow. Oof, care package delivery from Mrs. Roscoe. Hey, Mrs. Roscoe.
Hi.
Thanks for the, what have we got there? Some chocolate pods, you beauty, and a drink bottle. Love it.
Do you need a drink, Lou? Good job.
Thank you. Right, so we've got a few. We're just waiting for Andrew, Stan, Speedy, and Speedy. The 2 Speedies. To ready up, and then I can go and set the grid. You need to change laps. I do. That's okay. I can do that. That's too easy. I'll just wait for everyone to ready up. I'll adjust some race settings while that happens. It's on 13 still, yeah. This should be 27, because that's what the second stint of this race is. So it's just Jason's. Well, as soon as you've readied up, I can go and set... actually, we've got 2 more people still to come in. We're missing a few. So hopefully Jason's all ready up soon. I'll go and set the grid based on what we have there. And I think we have 2 more people to come in. There you go. Everyone is readied up. So, no, we only have 1 more person to come in. My bad. Change grid order. Now, this is where you come in. Obviously, I'm listed first because that was Willie on my account. Now, who was second position there?
Second was Tricky Brewer.
Tricky Brewer. Who's Tricky Brewer's teammate?
And he is.
Down the bottom, Jason's.
Yes.
So Jason's coming out of second.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. Third is going to be...
Speedy Chicken.
Speedy Chicken.
Oh, no, sorry. Wizard is third.
Yeah, so that's Thunderstorm.
Wizard was third, so yeah, Thunderstorm.
Yep, which is fine. And Speedy's...
And fourth is Speedy Chicken.
Yep.
And then we have... DJ Brain.
DJ Brain coming in behind Speedy Chicken.
And Hippie Heed.
Hippie's next. Hippie wasn't in yet, so we're waiting for Hippie to join. That's okay, I'll come back and readjust that. So skip over Hippie.
Hippie in there, Mojo. Then we got... Who's Old Man?
And who's Old Man with? Stan. Of course. Stan goes behind DJ Brain.
And then Skater.
Skater behind Stan.
And then Speedy Tyres.
Speedy Tyres.
And then we have... Was it Lethal? After that. So Steve.
Steve.
So it'll be lethal again.
Yeah. And then is it...
and then...
Andrew the Jerk was last, was he?
He will be.
Oh, because he was with Bert.
He was with Bert.
Ah, ouch.
Yeah.
Right now is... so we're still waiting for Hippie. What's going on with Hippie? Check the chat. Make sure that we're all good. Where is Hippie? Pressure's on. We're waiting for the last person to come in. That was a good race, Andrew. He's just mentioned it there on the actual thing. So yeah, I guess look, we don't want to hold up too long. We'll give Hippie a couple of minutes. So I'm sure he's scrambling to get in.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to go up and clear my. How do I do this? Options. So everyone should probably do the same thing. It just decreases the chance. Go to network, delete temporary data.
Not the worst idea in the world.
If everyone does that, it's just going to increase the chances of no one getting stuck on the grid. Oh no. Don't tell me it's frozen.
Hold your breath.
Technical difficulties coming up. It's frozen, isn't it?
Just hit OK.
Oh, no, we're good. We're good.
Good times.
We're good. We are all good. We just need a hippie. My kingdom for a hippie.
Alex, press X.
Press X, yeah. It didn't work the first time or two, but when I mashed it at the end, it did. Yeah, room is set to friends only, but Hippie has participated many times before, so he should know how to get in. But look, we'll give him another couple of minutes.
Maybe we'll just say...
But I don't want to hold up too long. I didn't really want people to have time to get out and practice. I kind of wanted this to be a seamless transition. But we will wait around for him and get underway with part 2.
Yeah, if we're waiting, maybe everybody does get just a couple of minutes of practice.
By the way, if by any fluke, miracle, anyone from Polyphony Digital ends up watching this stream at some stage or parts of it, please, for the love of God, add in a qualifying session into lobbies, and also please stop people getting stuck on the grid or in auto drive. I'll just double check the race settings. Stalling here for Hippie. Let's just check the race settings are all fine. So we're on set by host.
Rolling start 2, people.
Yep. Everything's good.
Hippie, where are you?
We're all good except for a Hippie. And if you're wondering how I know it is supposed to be Hippie, again, this was an event that you signed up for, all based off my website. If you want information on what the rules are and how it works and how you could have signed up, they are all on the website. So if we haven't heard from Hippie, I reckon I'm going to give him another 1 minute. We're just going to have to roll to race, unfortunately. Who was with Hippie again? Mojo. You don't see him on PSN. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. I think if he's not on PSN, then I'm just going to roll.
Yeah, so at the moment, hashtag pray for Mojo.
What do you reckon? Do we let Mojo jump back in and finish it off? Do you want to jump back in, Mojo? Do you want to do the second part of your stint? I think I'll allow that. Under the circumstances. Everything was done right. You signed up. Unfortunately, your teammate hasn't shown up. If you want to jump back in, let me know in the stream chat first, and then we'll wait for you to get back in. As soon as you're in, we'll go.
Yeah, because we'd hate to get to this point and lose a car.
So, Mojo, if you do want to jump in... He said Mojo in the chat. I guess, did I say Mojo in the chat? Because if you do, jump back in right now, and then we roll into race. Yeah, press F to pay respects to Hippie. Exactly. I was danking. F equals 1 prayer. You saw a chat from Hippie, but it disappeared. Oh, no good. There's lots of Fs. But was that a yes from Mojo? Is Mojo... Yep, he's coming back in. Cool, okay. Well, as soon as you get in, Mojo, we're going to roll a race. I'll put you in the Should I put him back in the position he belongs, or do we have to start him in last now because he's doing a double stint and therefore breaking the rules?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
What's the call, people? Can Mojo start where he's supposed to, or should he start from the back?
Who's restarting router? Is Hippie?
Could be. Is my phone under your butt?
Yeah.
Let me check Discord. No, there's nothing on under Bathurst for Hippie. So Mojo's going to be up. What do we reckon? Is Mojo same position? No, the only accounts that are staying the same are mine, which is DRX913, and Ryan's, which is Lethal36, down in 9th position there on the list, you can see. They're the only people with the same... Hippie's online, is he? Okay, let's give him... Okay, it's 8:57. We'll give him 3 more minutes to get in the server. If he comes in, Mojo can jump out and we're away. Yeah, okay, he just came in just now. Yeah, so there's only 2 accounts that are doubled up, and I know Ryan is a regular on this channel, so if you're not a regular on this channel, then yeah, Lethal36 is Ryan. He joins us a lot. He is actually an in-real-life friend of mine, so I know that he's swapping with a friend of his at his house. And obviously, Willie and I have swapped.
I'm obviously out of the race set now.
Type 2, good on you, Hippie. Get in here, son, get in. And as soon as you're in, Mojo, you can jump out, mate, and then we'll get this race underway. Well, since I am on a new rig, I may as well go to track and do half of one practice lap whilst we wait for Hippie.
You probably notice I've dropped the seat a little bit too.
Yeah, that's cool. I can still sort of see the tacho.
Otherwise, maybe bumping up her B's.
Turn traction control off. I might need to go up just a fraction. Wow, these brakes definitely feel different from mine. Wow, this is going well. Let me adjust my seat. Hippie's in! And with my one crashed and spun corner, that is all the practice I'm going to have for this race. So, feeling confident. Okay, Hippie, just hit the green tick as soon as you're in, big fella. We'll put you in your position. Where's Hippie going again? 6th.
Yep.
6th position. As soon as he's ready up, we'll pop him in 6th. And then we are away. Thank you for those of you who have stuck around and been patient. I know this has obviously taken... I was hoping this would be a very fast and quick transition, but we're getting there. That's the important thing. This is your home of technical difficulties. And as soon as Hippie readies up, gets a number next to his name, I'll add him in and we will spin directly to race. I'll have a drink of water while we do that. Maybe put TCS back on. No, that's all right, Shannon. Does he has a number, right? Okay, good. Here we go. Change grid order. So, Hippie, you are in 6th position in front of Stan. Is that right? Yep, in front of old man. Spot on. So that is the correct starting order. And it is time to go to race. Now, I hope no one gets stuck on the grid. This will be fine, Willie. There's no need to panic, mate. I've got this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Thank you to those who stuck around through the timely thingamabob and the stuff that happened. It's great to be starting at the front. I'm tipping...
It's a shame it wasn't 14 seconds up the road.
Yeah, it was a bit. Such is the nature of this type of event.
Yeah, remember everybody, long race. Keep it calm on the first couple of corners, and that'll get everyone through.
Yes.
There'll be no emotional times for anybody.
Let's all keep it clean. Hopefully no one's stuck in auto drive.
Yeah.
Probably could have put the seat up higher. I feel like I might have actually dropped the seat. Right, I got through turn 1. That is a good start. Right, I'm going to be throwing out a slipstream. The Mercedes is not the gruntiest car in a straight line. I mean, it gets it done.
All skaters on auto drive.
Easy. Right. Well, I said we'd restart if anyone gets stuck.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do, guys. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Everybody exit back. Red flag. We will be starting that again. Skater, remember to go up. Do your clear out your cache. So we've restarted the race once, which means next time we need 2 people to be stuck in auto drive for me to restart the race. But if everyone can exit out, then it should just reset the server, reset the lobby then. Again, make sure you go and clean out your temporary internet files. But if you could all quit, obviously it looks like most of you are still on the track. If you could all just exit, that'd be great. Skater's left the room, so we'll wait for Skater to get back in. And then we'll try again, and this time we're going to need 2 people to get stuck on the line. And if we get 2 people stuck in auto drive, I'll restart the server again. Then we'll need 3 people to get stuck in auto drive before I'll restart. So Skater's back in.
Yes. Rejoining the lobby.
The race is still underway at the moment, so we really need everyone to jump back in the pits. Looks like there is 1 person on the track. There we go. The race has been cancelled. That is better. So let me just double check that the grid order is the same as it was. Why can't I change grid order now? Oh, because we're still waiting for people to load in. Cool. No dramas. And you need to ready up as well.
Yeah.
So there is a chance I might have to re-enter these, Willie. I hope not. But if everybody could ready up.
Oh, it might auto-correct as everybody gets on.
Just waiting for Andrew. Why is it under Project Cars? I don't know. I certainly have listed the game as Gran Turismo Sport. There we go. So everyone's in. Let's check the grid order. That's as it was, isn't it? Myself, Jason's, Thunderstorm, Speedy Chicken. Yeah, that's as it was. So, cool. We will roll to race and try this again. And this time we'll need, for me to restart the race, we will need 2 people to get stuck in auto drive. Yeah, I'm glad you made it too, Hippie.
Righto, take 2 for race 2.
Take 2 for, well not
part
race
2.
2, part 2 of the only race. Oh, Willie's just dead set blown my chair out. It's all good, big fella. You all right? Last minute race distraction. I don't know why TCS keeps going back to 2, because it knows we started part 1 in TCS on 2.
I know.
Just here for the tech difficulties. Great to see. This is your home of technical difficulties.
I know. Let's fingers crossed.
Hopefully we are all away successfully. I got a better drive out of there that time.
Looks as though everybody has started the race. Good times.
Good. That makes it all worth it. There's nothing worse than restarting it all. So Jason's got out well wide and he has lost a spot there to Thunderstorm. God, your brake pedal feels so weird.
Yeah,
Super uncomfortable on this rig right now.
it'll take you a couple of laps to get up to pace. Should have adjusted your seat while we're in the...
Yeah, I should have done. You should have told me to adjust my seat while we're in the thing.
I forgot all about it. I'm a crap bloody engineer. You're right, can't change the car now, I'll just have to drive it.
That's it.
Oh, all done in third gear.
Because I can't see them gear shifts because I'm sitting too low. Seat height's too low. Oh, sounds like a wall hit behind me there. Not a great first lap. I wish I could see my tacho and or there is no way you're going to be able to lift me and the seat.
You'd have to hike too.
And I would almost certainly crash. There's nothing I can do about this. Absolutely nothing.
There's some pace in that Mustang.
She goes in the straight line, don't worry about that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
There's some pace behind the wheel though, to be fair as well.
Yes.
Did I just go back to first? Why did I do that? Sorry, this is the shit that us co-drivers have to deal with.
You have to wait till you pit stop before you can adjust.
Getting into cars set up for the first driver, and then we've just got to make do. The life of a co-driver.
Speedy Chicken up to third.
Well, that's not good because I'm second. I don't really want to get overtaken again.
A little touch of the wall.
Oh, and he's out on the grass as well. He's feeling the pressure of me sort of looming down his... He senses that I'm getting used to the brake pedal and he's starting to sweat now. Just a little adjustment there in the exit. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to talk as much this stint, but that's fine.
It's funny to watch. It's a little foreign because I can't hear the sounds like what you said earlier.
Yeah, it is weird. You kind of you sit in this quiet room.
Yeah, and you think
there's so much going on.
I wonder how he's going. Can't hear the tyres or the throttle application. I can see the wheel work going on.
You can see the wheel work, and that's what you can't see on stream. Is any of that wheel work?
Speedy's coming.
Yeah. I was always going to be pretty hard pushed to hold it out against these two guys. Both pretty handy steerers and known for their pace. Kind of feel like a helpless victim at the moment of old Brownies, who's just disappearing into the distance.
Second lap, 2027.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
So,
that doesn't bode well for those of us who are from the planet Earth.
yeah. Oh, and Speedy Chicken is right on your buttocks. Oh no, he's had a mischief. He's back.
Has he?
He must have had a little moment.
He was out wide. I don't know if he thought he was going to be able to go around the outside of me or not. No, he's still there. He's still right there, man.
I think he just had a moment, and now he's coming back on strong again.
Do you ever find yourself just staring at the radar? You spend half your race staring at the radar.
Tiny little bit of breathing room for the moment, but who knows how everybody's race is playing out on who's fuel saving.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's just settling into a spot just for a few laps before they might make moves.
Well, I reckon Brownie will be settling into a cup of tea here soon. He'll just pull over and have a drink. Look at that. There's nothing I can do about that.
Wow.
Such is the supreme pace of the Mustang.
It looks good. Good scheme. Now an Alan Moffat 77 Mustang, Falcon paint scheme on the Mustang. So she's going to be a Ford battle at the front.
That it is. This is great across the top of the mountain, but it just gets past like a rented mule on the straights.
Compared to the Mustang, it does. The Mustang has got great punch with fresh tyres. Interesting to see how they go with their tyre wear. Obviously, they're two very good operators in that respect.
Well, I mean, how much better was my run out of Hell's Corner? And I initially caught right up to him, and then now that he can actually stretch it out, I've even got a slipstream.
Just showing the nose. Oh.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Not a big deal.
There's only one drop before you come out.
Good thing too, I didn't wear my brown undies today. Oh, into the wall.
Yeah, little touch. Mustang is fast, but is a little loose. Or is Speedy just trying to put the foot down?
Does look a bit loose. As
Speedy
I say,
chicken, that is, not Speedy tyres.
the Mercedes is wonderful over the top of the mountain. Excellent stability and a really accurate front end.
It does soak up the bumps very nice, which is why I'm a fan of the AMG.
But have a watch how much I miss out here. Especially if I miss out on a toe.
Oh.
Get off the grass, please, you idiot.
Moments like that are quite easy to spin too.
Oh, yeah.
Because you just think, I'll just turn off the grass, and around she goes sometimes. You've got a little gap behind you at the moment of 4.6. So you can just get yourself into a rhythm. Now let's see if this lap time
So Speedy looks to be struggling with the rears a bit.
He does, he's a little loose, so it'd be interesting to see how his stint plays out. 2027, it is still a 2027, right, so the Brownie's tyres, Brownie's Thunderstorm, might be just starting to ease away.
That was a cracking lap though, 202.7. I don't think I'll be criticising him. Don't think I'll be criticising him too much.
No. And it's races like this that you've got to be a little careful to not push too hard all the time, because it just squeeze your tyres too much, too soon. Better off just try and get in a rhythm, be nice and consistent. But it's easy for me to say when I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Mind you, you did a pretty good job in stint 1, I'm not going to lie.
Everything played out okay.
Oh, Speedy out.
Out on the grass. I feel a little bit like Paul Dumbrell, actually.
Sitting there watching Chaz Mossett do all the hard work.
No, Win Cup, you mean?
Not Paul Dumbrell.
Yeah.
Chazzy Mossett, I mean.
Because felt a bit like Dumbrell. Put in a good stint, hand it over, and then you just sit there and wait and think, what's going to happen?
Yeah, how's he going to cock this up for me? And no one will remember Dumbrell. Like, no insult to you, man. No one remembers how well Dumbrell went. They just remember that Win Cup won. Or ran out of fuel. Or
went past
overtook the safety car.
Or redressed and then had some other idiot, sorry Ryan, put it up the inside and ruined three cars races. Controversial comments.
I'm clinging on for dear life on the back of Speedy Chicken here, but I tell you what, I'm up against it.
G'day, Brad. I am a little bit nervous there, Shannon.
Yeah, absolutely. And rightfully so, too. Have you seen me drive?
I'm sitting right beside Charlie. If you didn't hear him say earlier, instead of racing at individual places because we can race at the same place. This way, his stream is continuing and it's not coming in as a spectator or anything like that. So we actually shared the same car and the same name. Race 1 was myself, and
you did a sterling job, by the way.
Part 1. The only thing we can
stands
stuff
out.
up this year is hopefully stuffing the car up the inside and winning the race.
Are you going for Win Cup this year?
I always go for Win Cup.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were going for Lowndes.
I go for Lowndes as well. I go for a few people.
You go for Lowndes, but you also kind of know deep down in your heart he's probably not going to win.
Well,
Whereas Win Cup probably would.
I go for Win Cup, but I have a moist spot for Craig Lowndes.
That's not weird. That's fine.
Oh, it's Daniel. He said he got kicked.
He got kicked. Must be a client-side thing because you can pretty clearly see.
Yeah, definitely didn't get kicked.
It's got to be a connection-based thing.
Yeah.
Because there's no other mod in this room or anything like that you can't set mods. I wish you could, but you can't. So I'm really sorry about that, Stan.
Yeah.
That is disappointing. I suppose we just have to pretend these days that that's like a mechanical failure. Unfortunately,
that sucks.
Going down Conrod Straight, you've punched a hole in your bore with your own Conrod. I'm getting used to your brake pedal and I quite like it. I don't mind this little load cell replicator thing that you've got going on.
Yeah, might have to, if you do like it, have a little... Because it wasn't all that dear. So what it is, it's a tiny little bit of rubber inside the spring, and the spring... I replaced my brake pedal spring in my G29, and it is a slightly thicker spring with a little bit of rubber in it, which is meant to mimic a load cell. Just a cheap load cell. I had a load cell mock-up for one of these a while ago, and it was great on certain games, and other games it wasn't so good. So...
Oh, you did have a cheap one initially, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's right.
I can't think what it was worth in the end. I actually got that was a present off you and a couple other people.
It was.
It was.
So what one's in this then?
This one is the spring, where the other one was
this
a bit
one's
more
actually
of
the stiffer spring.
The other one was more of a mechanical setup.
Yeah.
And then from that I put my brake pedal... my brake pedal. My original brake spring in my accelerator, and my original accelerator spring in my clutch, which just makes everything just that little bit stiffer. And I really prefer it, because when I first bought...
Well, I think we all prefer being a bit stiffer.
When I first bought my G29, I used the pedals to start with. And
penalty. 6-second penalty for Speedy.
Wow, that must have been cutting at the dip. There's a weird thing about cutting at the dip up.
Well, I think it's if you click the wall on the inside. Oh, wow, that's starting to push a lot now. That felt like I was in third gear. It was pushing that much. Damn it, I didn't want you to tell me that, Willie.
I'm just passing on when you should pit.
It's not the news I wanted to hear.
Engineers saying, you will do this.
Secret engineers whispering over here.
Yeah. Well, Brownie's in the pits.
So that seems like a good move, Willie. Brownie will be able to do an extra pit stop than everyone else.
He will, because he was so far up the road. So he might have changed his strategy on the go.
Probably. He's like, bugger it, I'm just going to do an extra pit stop and see if it gives me a challenge.
Yep. It'd actually be interesting to see how he plays his race out.
I see, sorry, I am still trying to read the chat, but obviously got a bit on.
Yeah, I'll better pay a bit more to that. Sorry, peoples.
Oh, good man. Doing a good job. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So I guess that's how that is.
Yep, I'll look at chat, you look at race. Speedy ties up to third.
Good work.
Holding out. A few people have pitted.
My foot nearly fell off the throttle then. Did you say that?
No.
I don't really know how I did that. I don't normally race in these shoes. But such is the hole in my high tops that I've worn for years. They want throwing out and burning.
So check this out at the moment. We thought Speedy Chicken was going to do a bit of running away, but he may be fuel saving. This
Probably is.
Yeah, if we could listen in on his team radio, we'd know what's going on.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be a cool thing, wouldn't it? Hold a team race like this and have Discord open to different teams. You'd have to use probably TeamSpeak because I don't think Discord has the capabilities. And then just like drag them down into chat just for a little bit without them knowing when, and just have the stream and everyone listening onto their
TeamSpeak, that was a blast from the past.
Yeah, it's still a thing. It's not a thing I have, but it is still a thing.
Yeah, Dr. Rob, he is losing a little bit of time on worn tyres.
I am.
But it's a matter of playing out a strategy
You know why I'm
for the
losing
race.
time on worn tyres, don't you, Willie?
I do.
Because it's giving me understeer.
Yep.
And, Willie, I don't like understeer.
James and Ash actually broke a TV. Once wanted to disconnect it. Ooh, threw my iPad.
Oh.
Threw my pad down. Ooh. It's a bit awkward.
That was better that time.
Ooh.
Had a bit going on then. Couldn't see it on the stream, but I can assure you I had a bit going on.
Did have quite a bit going on. Brownie is making the most of fresh tyres.
And I would expect that he would.
Reeling in the 2 litres, but at the moment he is on a different strategy, so you kind of have to race these sorts of races knowing who your competition is at the time on the track.
Yeah, and right now our competition is someone who is far too qualified for a Charlie Roscoe race.
Yep. He's very quick, so you sort of have to rule him out for the minute.
That you do.
But Speedy Chicken isn't far away, and he still has a 5.9 second penalty. So it'd be interesting to see when he carries on. Oh, he's in the pits also.
Alright.
Right, adjust your seat.
There we go. I can probably see my gears now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting high enough. Damn you for being so much taller than me. Whew. Alrighty, time for a breather. Time for a drink of water.
Brownie is getting a free stop.
Yeah, of course he is.
When you've got pace, you can essentially do what you like.
You can do what you want. If I had have allowed hard compound tyres, you could have gone and swapped to them.
DJ Brain. He's made up a little bit of time, I think.
Yeah,
But he did pit earlier. So this is what happens on a race like this. Play it out over the course of the race. So at the moment, Charlie and DJ Brain are together, but it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. But they're still together in another 17 laps. And as you see, Speedy Chicken is up the road a little further, but
He's good on fuel saving on Speedy. He's a bastard.
he did some fuel saving. So he's somebody who has a little bit of pace to burn, and he can drop it back a little bit, still race quick, and save fuel. Now you'll be feeling fresh tyres, but you'll also be feeling a full weight of fuel.
That is true.
So
You've got to get your head around new tyres.
You do. Sometimes it takes a lap.
It actually starts to work better than it has for a long time.
And you'll be starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in my rig.
Yeah, though it's weird again now because I'm now sitting up an inch higher than I was. I just got used to one sitting position, and I'm straight away in the new seat. Speedy has gained a lot on me through that pit stop period.
So at the moment, I think we're fighting for third place on the podium.
I think so.
Unless anything else happens up the front. Yeah, so we just got to start looking around, and you guys out there as well will be doing the same thing.
It's great to be racing at Bathurst. Willie, it's a big weekend of motorsport.
It is. Tomorrow is the 1000.
It is, and I have been so excited all week, and having watched a bunch of on-track action today, I'm no less keen for it. And a race like this is exactly what the doctor ordered in terms of keeping that hype real. Anything happening in the chat?
Just chat, you know.
Yeah, just going on.
Damon, how tall is Charlie? Just a fraction shorter than myself.
Probably about an inch shorter than Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not even a lie. That's
The F1 is on this weekend, and also is the MotoGP. So it is a very big weekend of motorsport.
yeah. The MotoGP is on. Formula One, I love Formula One and always have. It's one of the only actually car racing leagues I grew up watching. And at the moment, geez, I'm losing interest again. Looking forward to some aero updates there.
Where did I get the spring from, Shannon? I will have to have a bit of a look here shortly. I just got it from eBay, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was it? I thought you got it off some English store.
No, I think
that took them ages to get back to.
I think that was the first one.
Ah, right.
So I'll see if I can have a look through my eBay history. I think that can be done.
Wow, that could take you a while. So we're well into the middle part of this race now.
We are. We're not far. Words are hard. Not far from halfway.
I told you words are hard.
They are.
An inch is a lot for Willie. Lol.
Some say
It's a lot for me too. I can't afford to give up any more inches.
Yeah. I heard a term. It doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile.
Yeah, well...
How far is 14 seconds? Ha! That was only in my race, though.
It was.
And it will be forgotten about.
Yeah, exactly, Paul Dumbrell. Sit down. No one cares what you have to say.
No, I haven't seen the Brazilian soccer team's tribute centre shirt.
I have.
It's good.
Senna is basically a god in Brazil. He really is.
Oh, no, I can't go back that far with my purchases. Oh. Can I? I can't remember whether I transferred that from my G27 into my G29 now. I did.
Well, you've still got your G27 pedals, so... Isn't that what I'm using here?
Yeah, they are. Well, yeah, because I've still got the wheel at home.
Your butchered and hacked G27 pedals. My G27 and pedals are in the cupboard behind me.
Nope.
They haven't seen the light of day for some years.
Right, so Speedy is 9.6 seconds ahead.
Pulling away from me
and
now.
but you have pulled away from DJ Brain. It is now 3.1 seconds. So you can find yourself in a bit of a rhythm now until the next stop. Wow, 28 seconds from the lead.
Yeah. He should really be in Tokyo right now.
Yep.
He should not be here, making us look even more ridiculous than I already make myself look. But, yeah, I did kind of know that Mustangs were going to be a challenge for us as well. As I say, this thing's pretty good over the top of the mountain. But it's just not the best.
Yeah, the Mustang's a good car I suppose if you can hold it together with your tyres. About having pace, because it is a very fast car. And I think it was for the 1.2 hour. We did a lot of practice with a few different cars and really, really liked the Mustang. And I was convinced that that was the car I was going to use. I was quickest in that with no tyre wear and no fuel burn. But as soon as we put the settings on for what we ran in the race, I found that the tyres just chewed themselves up too much for me. Got a lot of understeer, and I don't mind understeer in a car. I cope with it quite well. But it was too much for me.
The good thing about the Mercedes, yes, it is a little bit down on pace, a little bit down on grunt compared to the Mustangs, but it is just a solid, safe, reliable, consistent car. And in endurance races, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes, that's what can make the difference. Not having to deal with an erratic car when the rear tyres get worn and everything. I mean, I think Thunderstorm and Speedy, they're two very, very quick dudes. They win most things they're in.
They're going to win everybody's pants because they've just pulled them all down so far.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they really have. Quite a different strategy, though, because I reckon Speedy and I pitted at the same time, didn't we?
Yes.
And,
yeah, and he's done very well on fuel, so he'll get the same jump again.
And I think we pitted a good 2 laps after Thunderstorm. So he's probably going to be trying for an extra pit stop over us. But Speedy might have more up his sleeve.
Yeah. Elanatron didn't like the M3 GT at all.
No, I wasn't a fan.
I haven't actually used it yet.
I was not a fan. It just felt like it did nothing particularly well. Sometimes you get the jack of all trades and the master of none. I kind of felt like that was the jack of no trades and master of none. I mean, it's a cool car. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike the car. I just didn't think it was that competitive, especially around Bathurst.
I only choose the Mustang because it's the only JR3 car I can handle.
Who said that?
Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the gearing, and
The Mustang does feel pretty good.
yeah,
Around here.
it really suits Bathurst as well.
What's the go? I've got a question for people. What's the go with the Ford GT? Because when that first came in as a GR3 car, it really bounced onto the scene and was very, very popular for a while there. It was used often. So there you go. He's in the pits already.
And he's out of fuel, so he has actually gone in and probably not fully filled the car again. He's just doing...
He's just out there doing quali laps because he knows he's going to be able to do an extra pit stop. Or at least he thinks he's going to be able to do an extra pit stop. I don't think I will challenge him, but it'll be interesting to see if Speedy Chicken can do anything about Captain Domination up there.
$14.99. Can I have a sticker, please? I reckon you probably can.
I reckon you're damn right you can. Thank you very much, old man. I appreciate that.
What a legend.
What an absolute bloody gem and a champion. Let's all hear it for old man.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much for your kind generosity. I do appreciate that. And I appreciate you, old man. And if this was Project Cars 2, you'd probably be winning. Pretty handy on the old P cars, old man is.
Yeah. If anybody out there likes P cars, you should get it.
Well, how would they know if they liked it if they didn't have it?
I don't know.
If you like the look of P-Cars.
If you like the look of it, if you pick up the cover and think, wow, that's a tasty looking cover, get the game and play it. It's good.
It is actually pretty good. And if I had more subscribers on P-Cars 2, I would play more of it.
A few different categories. Weather changing. We had a race on our last stream. We did P-Cars 2, and then we did...
Yeah, well, that was at Bathurst with the...
It was. It was at Bathurst with the supercar, the Australian Vet supercar, and yeah, changeable conditions. It started wet and dried out. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that was quali. Went from wet to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. It's good to have weather. It is a good game if you like racing games. And Gran Turismo has whet your appetite, but you're thinking about maybe trying something else.
Oh man, weather, time, tracks, yes, it's good. And you can do quali.
Yeah, there's qualifying sessions.
You can do qualifying.
No big deal, it's fine.
You
No,
got on the curb then.
no, it was fine.
I was alright, but...
So Skaters actually dropped down behind Speedy. I wonder if he had a mishap.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's fine, don't worry about it. As you can, I've been consistently 205s though.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is the very lap. You guys could
Yes,
all...
Daniel, P-Cars 2 has heaps of cool features. It does.
It does, and cool tracks and cool cars. That's not to take anything away from Gran Turismo, and I'm not saying if you like Gran Turismo...
we still like Gran Turismo. We just want to share the love on both.
Let's, why not have both?
Yep. Kind of like being greedy.
Oh dear. This really is the lap that the tyres went, nah.
Ooh. Lethal, so whichever one of the pair is in the car now, 2 litres left and they're pitting. Cheese and whiskers, that was cutting it fine.
It is cutting it fine. I don't actually know if it's Ryan or Steve. He didn't mention who was going first and second.
No, he didn't. Alex, no weather for GT though? No, there is not.
I wish there was. I wish there was day-night cycles. I wish there was...
Yeah, and it's not so much the... just the changing of weather. You can have like different weather. You can make the weather change throughout a session.
But look, let's not start with the complicated stuff. Let's not start by adding weather and day-night cycles. How about we just get qualifying session in lobbies?
Yeah.
And we stop people getting stuck on the line and stuck in auto drive. Like, let's start with them, and then we can make our list of wants and wishes more complex.
Let's have our cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
That's right. Both games are great. Yeah.
Yes, I'm not saying to switch one out for the other.
There'd be certainly things about P-Cars 2 that we would not enjoy. But that means if we go between the two...
So there you go. I do still have it, Willie. I just have to readjust my brain.
Yeah, that's right.
To the tyre wear. But I did crank out, what, 4, 5 205s in a row, so consistency was there till the tyres dropped off.
Could not get your G29 to work properly,
In what?
Alex, on P-Cars 2.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, but I find if you just quit the game and reload the game, or unplug your steering wheel and plug it back in, or just restart everything, it comes good. P-Cars 2 is certainly not without its faults.
Yeah, and you've got to look up some settings for the wheel. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head where we found the settings from, or we might have just had to play around.
That's right. I think Old Man actually helped us out with that.
Because to start with, it felt rubbish. But
I did, yeah. The plug and play from when you first get it
you've got to change your feedback and quite a few of the settings there, and it made a huge difference. Because I jumped in it, having it on PC, and then jumped into it on PS4 and hated it. Changed the settings, and then everything felt really good again. So there you go. Faults with P-Cars 2. But nothing that can't be overcome.
And whilst they don't get people stuck on the line or in auto drive, I have heard of some lobby problems, but You know, you're going to get that with every game. No game is flawless and
there
perfect.
you go. Mojo, if you disconnect all your controls except the wheel, it should work okay.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Did Speedy get overtaken?
Did Speedy who?
Yeah. Yeah, Speedy who? And for Speedy Chicken, yes.
I'm a long way behind.
You do have a 10-second gap over fourth.
Don't really know why I changed down to first. Still can't really see the gear indicator. Like the middle of the steering wheel, the blue bit in the middle, is right where my gear number is. I don't really care that much. Just as long as I can see the actual rev, like the tacho line, which I can perfectly, just goes above, slides above the top of the wheel, which is spot on.
Yeah.
But the speed, which I don't care about, and the gear number, which I don't really care about either. I don't really look at the gear number. But sometimes when you're shifting down from 6th to 2nd, it is nice to
Have a quick glance.
just double check that you've gone into 2nd and not 1st or 3rd. 3rd's when you run into problems because you end up overrunning the corner.
Is Ghosted Lap Cars on?
I can't remember, but I think so, yes. But I can't remember, so based on that, if you are a lapped car or you know someone that is,
And the leaders are coming up. Just step aside for a second, because that is the rules
just
of motorsport.
drive predictably, stick to the racing line through the tight stuff, but then move out of the way where safe to do so.
Yeah, Speedy passed Thunderstorm because Thunder pitted.
He did.
So he passed him in the pits.
So what have we got? 9 laps to go for the end of the race, Willie.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we're approaching the last third of this race. It's been a quiet one for myself, and
Yeah.
probably a lot of people, but what can you do? We've got a couple of different paces, and it is an endurance race, so in my experience, most of the mistakes and problems happen in the last sort of quarter of the race.
Little yellow flags down here. Little Speedy Chicken.
Speedy Chicken might have shit the bed trying to come into the pits.
Oh, I think he sure did. There is marks. There is marks all over the wall.
Alright, in the pits. What a good looking car that is. Shout out to Ryan there, from
Yeah.
Ryan Lee Graphics.
Delicious. It is.
Delightful.
Yeah. Delectable.
He's thought Thunder, but Thunder got it back. Jesus, I can't talk. I can't even do anything. We should probably go now. Speedy spun on pit entry. Oh, you hate to see it. I don't, because I was behind him. Yeah, DJ Brain has caught up to me. Skaters in the pits. So I wonder if Thunder... Well, yeah, any hope Speedy had might be now blown and shattered.
Yeah. Look, Thunderstorm's going to have another pit stop. He's 48 seconds in front of yourself.
So he'll get it done.
So he's still going to have another pit stop, but he's just got pace to burn. Like, ridiculous pace to burn.
Yeah. If Speedy hadn't have spun, he might have been able to defend, because obviously Thunder would have come out behind him, and he might have been able to defend for a couple of laps to take the win. But I think now, and it's hard to tell without... It's hard to predict without seeing the gaps properly. Got some creakiness in the old pedal, Willie. I'm straining it too hard.
It's just to keep me interested, mate.
See if we can have a real life mechanical failure.
The bird is just nesting out there, Charlie. Nesting out in the sand.
Sounds like you're using a steering wheel. I am. So why are you in this camera? Because I paid for this game with my money, and therefore I'll drive it from whichever view I want to. I guess. I prefer bonnet view. There's more visibility, and the thing is, I like onboard, and if you've ever seen, which I'm sure you haven't, but if you check out any of my Project Cars 2 stuff, I do generally go on board just because it's more fun and I'm not taking it quite as seriously. But if I want to be as quick as I can in a game where people are using third person and have maximum visibility, then this is the view for me. I don't like third person. It's horrible, especially with the steering wheel.
Being inside the car would be good if you had a VR setup.
It would be awesome with a VR setup. But I just think you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because you're losing visibility. You're more likely to run into people around you. You're less likely to see people. If you've got a 3-screen setup, like I've played iRacing on the PC and even Assetto Corsa and P-Cars on PC, and with the 3-screen setup, being on board is absolutely fine because you've got full visibility. But in this, I'm just running this off a TV, like PlayStation's plugged into a TV. There's just not that much visibility. Like there's a lot more in this. If I could lock, and I've said this before, if I could lock a lobby to onboard only and restrict people's camera views, sort of like iRacing, you can't be any view except inside the car. If I could lock it to inside car only, I would do it 100%, just for fun, just for shits and giggles. But I can't, so I'm not going to disadvantage myself.
Yeah, Alex uses the front of the car. That's his personal preference.
The front of the car,
James uses third person. Yeah, everyone likes to do that. So
everyone has their preference.
You're just going to be comfortable. Old man, Speedy has been thunderstruck.
There had to be an AC/DC reference coming out of there. I actually meant to do it, but I got sidetracked with this race I'm doing.
Yeah, you don't get a bumper, a rear view mirror.
On the bonnet, you mean?
On the bonnet? No.
Yeah, that is actually shit. I'll throw that straight out there.
You should have a little mirror up the top, because at the end of the day, it is a game.
Well, if they're worried about realism, drivers don't sit on the bonnet, or a lot of cars are actually on the roof.
Yeah, all third person.
So, if they're going to be unrealistic enough to offer those views up, then I think they can be unrealistic enough to give us a mirror in the middle of the screen above the numbers, like, I don't know, every other racing game allows you to do.
Yep. Old man uses the bumper so you can see the mirror. I use the radar, and so does Charlie.
So do I, yeah.
You have the radar going down the bottom. You can see on the map up the top roughly where people are, and if you are in a battle, which
I've got
you
way too much fuel on board, Willie.
Sure up. You can obviously monitor your gaps back to people through the list on the left-hand side. So there is ways around it. I used to use third person back in the day on a controller.
Yeah, when I'm on controller, I'll still go third person.
But I have much better control from the roof. That is my personal preference.
So I prefer the bonnet than the roof.
Well, Speedy still has a penalty,
Does he?
apparently.
Yeah, but look how far up the road he is.
Yeah.
Does he have a 15-second penalty? Because then we could be in business.
I believe he says so. Who knows? Does Speedy still have a penalty? We'll have to wait and see. Regardless, at the moment he's very safe, depending on how much it is.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
There you go. Thunder's in the pits.
For the final pit stop of the race.
Yep, he's going to throw a little bit of fuel in and probably go out and smash the lap record, which he did go a fraction quicker.
He did,
It was
202.6.
2027, now it's 2026.
I mean, that is just... look, I did a 202. Look at the right-hand side there, see? Last lap, 202.4.
Yep.
There you go. I actually went faster than Thunderstorm. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So a bit of a lonely race, but sometimes endurances are like that. If you want high action thrillers, you have lots of 5 to 7 lap races, don't you?
That's right.
Because that's where all the action's going to happen. That's where you're around a lot of people. As soon as you stretch it out.
Yep. And, well, I suppose this is the real driving simulator. So that
yes,
when people get stuck on the line, that's when their tail shaft broke.
Exactly. That happened in Touring Car Masters today.
Did it?
Yes, it did. It was pretty gnarly. I'm sure Stan will tell you more about it. I saw him mention it on Discord.
Good work, Shannon. Got through your entire stint without a penalty. Probably first time ever.
Nice work, dude.
Is that the first time ever in a race or first time ever at Bathurst?
It's down to about 3 seconds or so. Picked it up 6 seconds at the dipper. Ooh. Yeah, he did. That was on stream. It happened in front of me. It's when you clip the wall on the inside of the dipper that it penalises you. Why am I so close to the wall there, Willie?
I don't know. Was it a little bit silly or not?
Been a bit loose this lap, actually.
It hit the bridge over Conrod. It's awkward.
I saw some of the Touring Car Masters race, but not all of it. Lots of good racing today. Really just wet the whistle for tomorrow, didn't it?
I didn't see the Touring Car Masters, but I record everything. And if I have time, I go back and I watch what I can, really. Drive shaft from a 65 Stang. Silly old Fords.
Tell you what, old Speedy Tyres is not giving up here, and if you look at that track map, he's got a very big gap to DJ Brain.
He does. So it's you and he for the 5 laps.
Yeah, I can't drop off the ball. I've
No,
got him
he's-
covered at the moment,
He's
but
getting pretty honest at this point.
he is actually.
And if he keeps gathering time, it's going to come right down to it.
Yeah, it sure is. So what have we got? Not too many laps to go, just 4 laps.
Only 6 laps. Yeah, I will have to go watch it.
What's that?
The Touring Car Masters race.
I noticed all the support races are only 6 laps. I thought Touring Car Masters could go a bit longer because I think the bloody, what are they, GT86s? I think that was a 6 lap race as well.
Yeah, so I missed that when they had the big pile up as well.
Mind you, those Touring Car Masters cars are getting a bit long in the tooth, so maybe more than 6 laps will stretch them.
Oh,
Because it won't really, because they're now allowed to run all new components.
yeah.
So they're basically a supercar component strapped to an old chassis.
Yeah, they're pretty much just a... well, they're probably not even heavy panels anymore.
No, they'd all be... Well, a lot of them would be composite, I reckon.
Wow, would have ended up in the paddock. Yeah, right.
Well, I tell you what, he's gained a half a second on me.
He has. Engineer says push. You got plenty of fuel. Use it all.
Aging tyres.
There we go.
Could be
104 people. Another 2 people started watching. 104 people watching now.
Oh, nice one. Well, welcome to everyone. It's
Welcome
great to
to
have you
everybody.
along. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to stop by for this experimental team race. It's been a quarter of the length of the real Bathurst race. Of course, if you're just tuning in now, the whole race wasn't 27 laps. This is part 2, so we did a compulsory driver swap after the first 13 laps. So person 1 had to do quali, and then went on to do...
13 laps it was of the first stint, if you will. We had to break it up into two races essentially, but it was essentially one stint, and we treated the second as a rolling start, so kind of like it was behind a safety car.
Yeah, imagine if the race got red flagged. During that red flag, they said, okay, you have to change drivers, and then start again. Or restart the race, not actually start a separate race.
So it worked out well in the way of if people were behind a little bit, they got to catch up. Downside if you had a lead over other people.
If you had a 14-second lead, as you did, as my teammate, as we did.
Burn for myself. Not that it would have mattered too much, although 14 seconds would have been nice to be 14 seconds closer to Speedy at this point.
Yeah.
But not to worry. Yeah, so these are the things we're trying to maximise our experience on Gran Turismo. For what they don't offer, we're creating our way around it. Yeah. That's right, Daniel. 1 restart and 2 disconnects. Not bad at all looking back at it. Considering what we've tried to undertake here, that's actually pretty good.
It's pretty experimental, and it was always a bit of a risk. Like, this could have gone so tits up. this whole idea and concept of people to go, and you're an idiot. That's why there's no team racing.
Charlie is trying to give you a little bit of excitement at the end of the race, Alex.
Yep. Just dropping back into the clutches of Speedy
As
Tyres.
you can see, Speedy Tyres is starting to get wound up, and he's sneaking some time out of Charlie.
And carrying way too much fuel. We actually we doubted the diamond, didn't we? We saw the diamond and where it said we should fill to for fuel. We made the decision to ignore that because that has led us astray before.
Because who wants to do a wink up and run out of... We were actually talking before about my role being like Paul Dumbrell.
Yeah,
doing a good first stint and getting out in a bit of a lead and then handing the car over. We didn't want to do a wink up and run out of fuel. So we're carrying a little bit extra, but who cares?
Oh, I think Speedy Tyres...
Oh no, he's had a little mischief moment.
Yeah, I think he's had a whoopsie. He might have missed the chase there, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, 2 seconds back to yourself. So
we may not get that...
we'll take that.
That big finish that we were hoping for, but... Yeah. Look, it's been a fun race nonetheless. It's endurance races are meant to be long, and unfortunately, as I said, you don't always get wheel-to-wheel action, and that's not to say that it hasn't been taking place elsewhere in the field. It hasn't so much with me, or Willie for that matter, but that's not to say it's not happening elsewhere, but that's why endurance races are cool, because you can do all this. I could stuff up on the last lap and come 8th.
Yeah.
And look, so could Thunderstorm there. If he gets it too wrong, buries himself way out, facing the wrong direction, he may well lose that lead. Despite his pretty obvious commanding position.
Yeah, 20 seconds up the road from Speedy Chicken.
He has just been dropping panties since he started this race.
So, compared to Thunderstorm, and it was said before that Speedy Chicken is thunderstruck. Or has been thunderstruck. Certainly has.
So yes, overall between the two stints, it was a quarter of the length of the Bathurst 1000, and hence the name, the Bathurst 250.
Yep.
Hopefully some of you guys have enjoyed it. Looks like, yeah, we got a few likes there, so big shout of appreciation to everyone who was kind enough to leave a like. I do appreciate it.
No, old man, he will not crash.
I may not be the fastest guy out here, but I have been at least semi-consistent.
You have. You can see on your past few laps, so you come out of the pits, 2053, 2055, 2063, so you must have had a little mischief.
I did.
2056, 2061. So all in all, pretty consistent, which is all you can ask from a co-driver.
A co-driver? I'm your co-driver now. You were the primary at the first stint.
Yeah. As it turns out, I was going to be your co-driver, but I'll call you my co-driver in this instant.
And pretty typically, for a co-driver, I've had to do most of the heavy lifting with the longest stint of the race.
Yeah.
But that's why it's a team event. I do feel sorry for Stanuland, old man, though, who unfortunately got plagued by the old... What was it, a disconnect that got Stan in the end?
Yeah, I think so. Speedy Tyres was really fast in the practice lobbies. Yeah. He was going pretty good.
He's still going good.
He's still going well, yes.
I wouldn't say he's going badly, just because he's behind me. Geez, thanks, guys. Geez, they're starting to get black, aren't they, those...
Yeah, fishing Northwest Queensland lands for the win tomorrow. Let's hope so. I don't know whether you heard a couple of years ago when he and Richo won, just everybody chanting Lounsey after he'd finished. It was electric.
You went to Bathurst recently, didn't you, Willie?
I have been to Bathurst twice.
And you're very much a Holden man, aren't you?
I am very much a Holden man.
A big fan of Lowndes too.
Yeah.
What year did you go?
I went in 2013.
2013, right.
Was it 2013? Yeah. And geez, it was an unfortunate win for Frosty.
I have to laugh. You did go up there the year Frosty won.
Yeah.
When did you go last?
It was when Will Davison won.
Ah, was it? It was Davo's win.
Yes.
Well, at least it had a Holden badge on the front for
That
you.
was the year of the mischief when
Final lap, by the way.
Whincup put a move on Scotty, lost the rears. They had a little touch, slowed down to redress. Scotty come barreling back on from the outfield of the chase, and Tander didn't really pay attention to what was going on. Scotty readdressed. Scotty re-entered the track, so went closer to the middle of the track because he come on with pace. Tander pulled out at the same time, and contact.
Well,
So everybody will have their own version of what happened with that.
yellow flags up ahead. I don't know who for.
No.
Oh, hippie. No good.
Oof, lucky there was a bit of ghosting then. That would have been very unfortunate.
Would have been very unfortunate. I tell you what, it is the final lap.
The year after I went Lowndes won.
I don't suppose, since I know I'm the co-driver and I know you're running this show, I don't suppose you want to go out and get us an orange sherbet from the fridge there.
I reckon we could do that.
That'd be delightful. Geez, you're a gem, mate, yeah? Then we can get into it after the race.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it looks like Thunderstorm Brownie has crossed the line, so huge congratulations to you. I hope you enjoyed your 27-lap practice session for when you race against real people that are actually competitive. Congratulations to you as well, Speedy Chicken. I think you're going to cross the line in second. You should have that well and truly stitched up at this point. So a good race by yourself. Unfortunately, not able to take it. Oh, that's not ideal. That's actually my first run-off for the race. I'll take that. A little bit of a celebratory skid. Nah, I thought I'll actually loop it if I try. I was going to try and do a big victory skid, and I thought I would just literally loop it and not win, not come third, and then Willie will walk in here and be like, "What the hell did you do?" But anyway, congratulations, Brownie, Thunderstorm, for taking the win there. Speedy Chicken in second position, 28 seconds back. So even if you hadn't had that spin coming into pit lane, I reckon you might have struggled. He seemed to be in a different league. Oh wow, that's the end of the race. Okay, that seemed to happen quickly for everyone. I didn't even get to read the list out. Speedy Tyres behind me, DJ Brain, Jason's Skater, then Lethal, Andrew the Jerk, and Hippie Heat in 10th place. And of course we did have one disconnect as well. So what a huge effort. I'll go up to the race results is what I'll actually do. Let's save the replay. Fantastic, thank you. Race results. Have you got anything to open that with? Or is it
Twist?
Ah, it's Twisty.
Yeah, that one and this one.
Thanks, man. So, yeah, as I was saying, Speedy Tyres in fourth, put up a valiant fight, but unfortunately wasn't able to finish. In fact, we only just snuck across the line. I think it was a 60-second break to finish the race. DJ Brain in fifth, Jason Skater, as I say, Ryan coming home in eighth, Andrew the Jerk, and then Hippie. So congratulations to everyone, and a massive thank you to everyone that participated in this. There's a little bit of effort. I only organised this entire race just 5 days before today. So people didn't have a lot of time. It didn't get a lot of exposure. And I was trying to get 30-odd people with backups here to fill out a grid. Didn't quite happen, but we got, what, 22? That's not bad.
Yeah, congrats to everybody.
Yeah.
It was short notice for what it was, but I think everybody's pretty enthusiastic about the whole thing.
Good night, Alex. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Save replay.
Yeah, I think I've done that. I think I have done that. Great racing, guys. Congrats, Brownie. Yeah, I agree, Noob. Well done to everyone, and congrats, Brownie. Sorry, Mojo. It's all good, Hippie. We had fun, didn't we? Fabuki, well done. Cheers, everyone. Fifth for life. Nice, Alex. And Mojo, thanks again for another awesome event. Thank you very much, Mojo, for another amazing donation there. I really do appreciate it. Of course, all financial
Slapping it out.
donations do go back into the channel. It just goes into one kitty and gets spent on more games or more hardware and equipment. And given the state of my steering wheel, that may be something I'm trying to save for a little bit to get something pretty tasty. But we'll see how we go.
1-2 for the Fords tonight. It is. I hope it happens tomorrow. No, all the luck's used up. I'm sorry.
Well, it was Mercedes for third, Mitsubishi for fourth, so we won't go near that. But yeah, the two Fords in first and second. Obviously, the Mustang did look like the car to be in tonight, but they were also very good drivers. Sorry for the bump. Who did you hit? Thanks for holding the event, man. No worries, Brownie. It was honestly a big thank you to you for supporting and everyone that has supported the event. As I say, it wasn't organised with anywhere near as much time as I would have liked. I think we could have filled the lobby had I have had a bit more notice. I didn't have proper graphics and images and stuff like that. So, yeah, apologies in that front. But we tried something new. We did an experiment. Whether or not we do it again, I don't know. But I think it's something we could definitely do, couldn't we? Some sort of team event. It was a bit of fun. It was something different. So that was cool.
Because if people like the endurance side of things, and we can try and do a little bit more with this, and as we were talking before, with PCars 2, it might be something we could try over there.
Yeah, I don't think
well.
PCars 2 has driver swaps either, but
no, but
some more racing for sure. If you guys have got it,
we can do that with weather
know.
and things. So if people wanted to do a longer race, say something like this Bathurst, with some weather, but.
Thank you, G-Rex, and welcome to the chat. Great to have you along there in your vibrant green CR. Love it. Channel supporter. Do appreciate that. Brownie and Chicken could be in a GR4 car and would still have pace. I agree. I reckon Brownie in a GR4 car would legitimately probably take that to the pack. Was brilliant. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoy it. I hope for everybody enjoy it.
Loving the endurance style races, speedy tyres. So do we.
Yep. For an event that was put together in less than a week, I'd say that was more than a success. It was good fun, like, that's the thing. And that's what it all comes down to, isn't it? Like, just having a good bit of fun. Thanks heaps, everyone. Absolutely. Loving the endurance style races. So do I. So do you, Willie. Like, it's something that we do enjoy. And it's something I want to continue to hold. So, obviously, I've already had a couple. I want to do heaps more. We've got a bunch of new tracks in Gran Turismo. So, for sure, it is something I want to add to the long-term goals of the channel, just to continue to have regular endurance races. Maybe we'll try some more crazy shit. Maybe we'll do some really long races and see how we go. I don't know. Who knows? Always open for ideas. So, of course, if you aren't already on one of my social platforms, make sure you jump onto Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, mainly Discord. Discord's probably the big one. That's where we all hang out. Heaps of conversation, a really great community. They can answer your questions. So that's all really, really cool. Can do 50 laps on an accelerated wear in PCars too. Yeah, you can, yeah. I loved it. Would love to do more endurance races. Awesome. Good little event there. I think so, Ryan, yeah. And congrats to you guys. Thanks for coming in at the last second and filling in that hole. Hopefully you guys had a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, really long races. I was knackered after 13 laps. I'm old, though. That's fair enough. Let's go and have a look at Ryan's car that he made for us. For me. And you, Willie.
Yeah.
Not for the entire chat, but... let's go and have an actual look, because it's a really cool car. He did very well, and he knocked it up last minute, of course. I obviously did a stream last night and made a thing. And that was great. Like, good on me for doing that. But then Ryan made me a proper one. So where's the best place to see it? You just want to go to...
Jump back into your garage.
You know when it rolls through slowly? How do I do that? If I go home... It's one of these, isn't it?
Should do now. Is that right?
View car? View car, I reckon. Is this the one where he drives around slowly? I think it is. Yeah, this is it. Ricardo, thank you very much for the subscribe. Here it is. What a sexy little car. It's got the Bathurst 250 logos on it. You'll see it's got CR on one side. And, well, I couldn't really see the other side there. Yeah. But yeah, it was a combined livery for both Willie and I. So there is some Red Bull influence there. Cool. Some matte on the front as well. Looks like some matte black.
It does look like matte black.
So it's a real combination of sort of what you've got going on, what I've got going on. It's quite cool. Anyway, thank you very much for doing that. Awesome event. Thank you for organising. Oh yeah, there's your Red Bull there instead of the CR. So that was where we came into it. Thanks for organising. Very keen to participate in more. Well, for sure, as I say, just try and keep up with what's going on the various social platforms. And, of course, I always release videos as well, so you'll see it there. If you're not currently subscribed to my channel, I'd love you to go and have a look. Go and check out some of my other videos, some of my other live streams. If you like the content, might be worth hitting subscribe, who knows. And if you do, please hit the bell next to it, because the subscribe button's kind of redundant at this point. You don't get notified for shit if you just hit subscribe. You actually literally have to hit the bell next to it as well. So we'll see how we go. Good race. Glad I had the pace to run with the leaders tonight, but it's Bathurst. I'm not bad around here. Yeah, Bathurst. Yeah, I find that there are a few people that have Bathurst as a sneaky skill set. You'd almost put it on your resume, wouldn't you? Don't forget to like before you leave. Oh, that's right, yes. So, yeah, for sure. Certainly worth a cheeky like. It is worth a cheeky like, Ryan. Some of them are awesome, like the bloke with the L plates. That was cool. That was a cool livery. And actually, I'm going to go through and watch the replay and maybe pick little pieces out. And, yeah, I might have a look at some of the liveries, because there's some cool stuff there, and I'm keen to see it. In fact, if you were in the race and made a livery for the race, please pop it in my Discord. There's a livery sections there. Please get a nice screenshot out of Gran Turismo, pop it in Discord or on Facebook, and I might even download them all, like the pictures, save the pictures, and put them all together into one post or something. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Check out the liveries. So, anyway, look, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up there. It's been a long night. We've had a lot of fun, and yeah, I do. As I say, I just want to thank everyone that did stop by, whether you were just a watcher or you were part of the chat, which I do always appreciate. And, of course, a big thank you to you, Willie, for stopping by, mate, and actually coming over to my house so that we could share one rig and we could live stream both parts of this crazy team race I came up with.
It's good. It's been a great success. It's good.
Yeah, and a massive thank you to those of you that were kind enough to leave a like. I do appreciate that. It does help the channel out. And a big welcome to all the new subscribers that came through as well. There was a number of them come through by the looks of it, so great to have you come along. That was excellent. And of course, an extra special thank you. Where's that keyboard? Where's that keyboard gone, Willie? An extra special thank you to those of you that were that went the extra mile and did leave a little bit of a donation there. You know I do appreciate it. I've got some stickers to send out at the moment. Obviously, Shannon sent through a bit of a donation, which was fantastic. Piosko sent through some, what was it, Polish lead nuggets? He sent through 10 of those, so fantastic. Thank you there. Old man as well, you've definitely got some stickers coming your way, big fella, so I'll have to get the details off you at a later date. And Mojo as well, I'm probably due to send you a couple of stickers too, so we'll get that. Big thank you to you guys that helped out. And left some financial support, which, as I say, it all goes back into the channel. That's my rule. I don't spend it on anything else. And as I've said before, finally, make sure you do join in all the various social things. If you don't know where the links are, Nightbot has been spamming them all night. Otherwise, just pop over to my website, charlieroscoe.com. It's down the bottom right-hand corner. You can get the links to everything, as well as the event details and everything I've got going on there. But for now, I think that's about it, Willie. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think that's it. Thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah.
Subscribing, donating, enjoying.
You're all champions, and without you, events like this would be absolutely nothing. So you guys are the real MVPs here. I'm just the mug that put it all together and came third and let my teammate down. Mrs. Roscoe, she's back. Good work, guys. That was awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, hi, Biber. No major incidents. There wasn't, actually. So that was cool. Well, anyway, that's it. Thanks very much, guys. Great to have you stop by. And I will talk to you all next time. Bye for now.